We welcome you to Cincinnati, the Queen City, where tonight it's Baseball Night in America on Fox. It's a National League Central battle between the division-leading Milwaukee Brewers and the Cincinnati Reds from Great American Ballpark. We check in on the best records in the National League. The Brewers, they're second in that category. The Dodgers are 81-54. The Brewers 79-56, and tied with the Phillies. It's been amazing so far for Milwaukee. Welcome inside the broadcast booth, everybody. I'm Don Orsillo along with A.J. Pierzynski. Welcome to Baseball Night in America tonight as we get ready for a good matchup tonight. As this Milwaukee Brewers team, not much was expected of them all year. Well, they've turned it around. Right now, they're running away with the NL Central. We talk about the Brewers, you talk about their big three.
Oh, their big three. Everyone thinks Christian Yelich went out. The Brewers weren't going to be able to score runs. They've gotten better since he's gone down, and they're led by these three guys. Jackson Chourio, one of the best rookies in baseball, has talked himself, played himself right in to the National League Rookie of the Year race. William Contreras, one of the best catchers in baseball with the doubles. And then Willie Adames, in a free agent year, has come up huge for them. He plays shortstop every day. He gets huge hits, and he hits multi-run homers, Don, which this team does very well.
Speaking of the Cincinnati Reds, their shortstop, Elly De La Cruz, one of the game's most exciting players. We get to see him tonight.
He is one of the stars. He is one of the stars of Major League Baseball. If you haven't seen Elly De La Cruz, watch him tonight, please, and try not to take your eyes off of him. If he gets on first, he'll be on second in a split second. He can hit, he hits for power, he plays defense, and he can absolutely fly.
Milwaukee Brewers are playing some good baseball right now. The Cincinnati Reds will try to quiet them after being swept here yesterday in a day-night doubleheader. It's Baseball Night in America. It's an NL Central battle. It's the Milwaukee Brewers. It's the Cincinnati Reds. And it's next on Fox from the Queen City.
Yo, can I kick it? Yes, you can. Can I kick it? Yes, you can.
Can I kick it?
¿Qué?
Can I play?
Can I kick it? Can I kick it?
Can I try?
응, 당연하지.
Can I kick it? Yes, you can. Can I kick it? Yes, you can.
The Mahindra Compacts are here. Get the 1100 series as low as $99 per month, or the 2100 series with 0% for $84.
The UPS store is more than just a shipping store. We're the pack it, ship it, guarantee it store. We know running a small business takes a lot of grit and hustle. So we're the stress less store and the we've got your back store. Because when you trust us to pack it and ship it, we guarantee it. So it'll get into the hands of your customers safely. Which is why we're the stand by our work guaranteed store. Come into the UPS store today and be unstoppable.
At Papa John's, we start with better. Like our fresh, never frozen dough made from 6 simple ingredients. And our dough can save you dough. Get 2 or more Papa Pairings favorites for just $6.99 each. Order now on the app from Papa John's.
Welcome back to Cincinnati, where it is partly cloudy, 79 degrees, humidity, well, 76%. Light breeze at 5 miles per hour. See the sun setting off to the left, and there was a chance for some precipitation here today, but didn't happen, thankfully so. We're going to start on time tonight in Cincinnati. Watch Elly De La Cruz do his thing, and he's been so much fun to watch. The Reds, well, they are injury-marred, especially their starting staff. It has been a totally different staff to begin the year. Frankie Montas, who gets the start tonight for the other team. Milwaukee Brewers was their opening day starter. You look at the start of the season and where they have been the last 5 games, and it's a tough place right now for the Reds.
It's a mash unit. They're just trying to get through games. David Bell, what did he say? We had to call up Buchanan today just so we could figure out a way to get 9 innings. There was a doubleheader yesterday. The Reds lost both games. The second game they lost 14-0. Luke Mailey had to come in and pitch a little bit for him to try to get through it, but David Bell has tried to piece this together, and Francisco Cruz tonight gets the start for him. We'll see how it goes, but it's basically a bullpen night. And they've had to do that a lot more than David Bell had thought coming into this year.
He was amazingly honest with us today, saying they were trying to figure out how they're going to get through 9 innings with pitching tonight.
Yes, and Fernando Cruz, here he comes. He came straight out of the bullpen. He's been a bullpen guy most of his career, so he comes out of the bullpen, trying to treat it like a bullpen. The thing about Cruz, if he gets 3 innings, David Bell would be ecstatic. He's got to get 3 innings, Fernando. If he does that, David Bell, it sets him up good for the rest of the other 6 innings they're going to have to cover. But he's a fastball guy, heavy split. Split is his pitch. He's got to get the split over. He's got to get swings from the Brewers. He's got to be able to get them to chase that pitch out of the zone.
Through 42 pitches in his last start, that was back on Wednesday, a 9-6 loss to the Oakland A's. 3 innings, 1 earned run. It was his career high, by the way, and they're looking for more of the same here tonight. Let's check out the visiting Milwaukee Brewers starting 9. Bryce Terang leads it off. He's at second base. Jackson Chourio in left with William Contreras doing the catching. Jake Bauers at first base. Willie Adames at shortstop. Blake Perkins in center. Rhys Hoskins, the former Philly, is the DH with Garrett Mitchell in right. And Joey Ortiz at third base rounds out the starting 9 for Milwaukee. This is a team that not much was expected of. Pat Murphy in his first year here with Craig Counsell no longer at the helm of this Brewers team. He has done a spectacular job with this club.
It's been a seamless transition. Yes, Pat Murphy was here with Craig Counsell. He was his bench coach for years. But he took over, and they haven't lost a beat. Everyone, you said at the beginning, nobody thought the Brewers would run away with this division. They have a double-digit lead. They're going for the best record in the National League, and Murph will talk baseball. He'll talk your ear off if you let him. You got your first taste of him today. He will talk about anything and everything is baseball.
He covered it all. We are ready to go from the Queen City in Cincinnati. Bryce Terang standing in on the left side as Cruz ready to work. And the first pitch of this one is going to miss for ball 1, and we're underway. Yeah, the Brewers scored big time here yesterday as part of the day-night doubleheader. They scored 19 runs, sweeping the doubleheader. That's after winning an extra inning 1-run game in the first game. They scored 10 runs in the 9th inning of a 14-0 rout to finish off the day in the nightcap, in which Maley had to finish off the game. A position player, the catcher. High chopper to short. De La Cruz has got an absolute hose. Gets it there in plenty of time for out number 1.
Well, I love it when you do the open about a guy as special as Ellie De La Cruz, and then Bryce Terang is one of the fastest guys in baseball. Hits his high chopper, and you get to see just one of the tools that Ellie has in his toolbox, and that is a cannon for an arm.
Cruz loved it. That's out number 1. Jackson Chourio coming up next. He has been fun to watch, bursting onto the scene this year. 273, 16 homers, 62 runs batted in his rookie campaign, and shows bunt, grabbing the attention of Noelvi Marte at third base, who is backed up, and he'll get back there again. He's not buying, he's doing that. And he's taking his hitter's timeout is Chourio. Chourio actually turned his ankle in the first game yesterday, did not play in the nightcap, but is in the starting lineup today and apparently is fine. But it was an odd way to land at the bag at first base, and he rolled that ankle, hurting himself.
It was a real awkward. It was an awkward couple steps towards the end. He didn't go to the middle of the base. He wasn't avoiding a tag. Caught the outside, rolled his ankle, but he played.
Popped up foul off to the right. We'll get a look at this rolling of the ankle yesterday in game 1. A real scare for the Brewers.
I'm trying to figure out what that last step was. He kind of got off balance, went to his right, wasn't avoiding a tag, but that's why you always hit the middle, center, front of the base there, Don. You want to hit the middle, that way your ankle doesn't roll like that.
Apparently he's okay. Grounds one through the right side into right field for a base hit. So aboard with one down here in the inning. First hit of the night for Milwaukee.
It's just a good piece of hitting. That ball's up, what, neck high, shoulder height? Watch how high this ball is. He gets on top of it, just drives it to right field, takes what the defense gives him, and Chourio's on base.
So aboard at first with one away. William Contreras standing in. And Willie Adames homered in both games of the doubleheader. Contreras has reached base safely 9 times in 18 plate appearances. 3 homers over the last 4 games. He's up to 20 home runs on the year. And Brewers catcher taps it foul over by the Reds side of things. First base way. Well, hit homers both games of the doubleheader. Game 1 was off Nick Martinez. The Game 2 homer off Luke Malley.
Hey, those count the same. Even though it's off the catcher, they still count on the stat sheet.
Always a tough situation.
It's the worst as a player.
And Maley's had to do it quite a bit, 4 times.
Oh.
They have been in that situation, but that was to save them some pitching for tonight. I mean, they really had no other choice. It sounded like Ty France was a possibility because things were not going well for Maley. I mean, the runs were piling up. It was like one position player to the next.
Yes, they didn't want to use more than one position, but he wasn't throwing very hard. It wasn't like he was out there trying to get him out. Don.
It was like 60.
He was just trying to get through it.
Yes.
And listen, as the backup catcher, as a bench player, when games get out of hand, you have to be ready. Because they're not going to throw Ellie De La Cruz out there on the mound and say, hey, go throw 95 and see how it goes. He's too valuable.
I do think you get people out, though. It's just one it's blocked by Maley. Kicked up the first base line, and taking second base is Churrillo. So wild pitcher gets him to. Actually, it's a pass ball. I beg your pardon.
That's a split.
Didn't catch it.
Yeah, it's almost like a knuckleball. Sometimes the guys that throw the heavy splits like that, they act like knuckleballs because they get outside the ball and the ball doesn't spin. You can see in that great shot that there was no rotation.
Yeah, very little rotation. Check swing grounder foul outside of third.
And that was another one right there from Cruz. Another split. You see how out front Contreras was. Another Contreras, Jose Contreras, used to throw that split like that, and it would act like a knuckleball the way Maley missed that one. There were times where you were thinking you're catching Tim Wakefield.
Contreras and his 20 home runs this season lead all National League catchers. Runners in scoring position, he's been great as well. 321, 56 runs batted in. Brewers have been very good with runners in scoring position. 78 batting average, a little equipment problem here for Maley. What's got going here? A strap issue?
Looks like one of the clips might have busted off on his shin guard. So he's trying to put that on real quick and then cinch it down, but it looks like maybe the buckle came off. If that's going to hold for him.
I was just going to say, it really didn't look like he fixed it. Must have come off completely.
Yes.
Yeah, there it is. Yep, there's a buckle in the right-handed hitter's batter's box. Payoff pitch. And that's in there for strike 3. Gets him looking for strikeout of the night for Cruz.
Little slider cutter. Doesn't do a whole lot. It's a very small break. Contreras thought that might have been outside, but just a really good pitch there by Cruz. Gets Contreras looking. Normally now, he's got a buckle in the right-handed batter's box. Cruz would want Contreras to buckle.
Great point. I see what you did there. As Jake Bauer stands in and takes a hack at the first pitch. Fouls it into the Reds dugout, first base way. Bauer's at an even 200 with 11 homers and 40 runs batted in. So this is a opener situation, a bullpen game entirely for the Reds. Fernando Cruz, 6th career start, his 2nd this year, and overall his 63rd appearance. So been used a ton out of the pen, but it's start number 2, and they're hoping for 2, maybe 3. We'll see how it goes through 42 pitches on Wednesday. So he's done well against the Brewers, held them to a 114 batting average. Boy, he is heavy splitter.
He is heavy splitter. He's almost 50% splitter. Maley's going to get his money's worth tonight back there behind the plate blocking balls. This is pretty much textbook right there, the way you're supposed to do it. But that was another split, low rotation, going straight down.
Swing and a miss. There's the cutter that time. And it evens a 2-2 down to Bowers.
Good pitch. That's almost the exact same pitch he struck Contreras out. Just a lefty going in and under his barrel instead of away from Contreras.
Swing and a miss. Off balance cut, and he strikes him out. Back-to-back Ks for Cruz. It's out of a jam. The Reds are coming up from Cincinnati.
You know he's looking to steal second. Google Cloud AI knows that a 10-foot lead with a sprint speed of 28 feet per second means an 80% chance he swipes the bag.
There he goes again.
And when a team's mascot has wings, they just so happen to get 0.4 more steals per game.
The man can absolutely fly.
Yeah, he's flying. Catch the game like never before with Google Cloud AI.
And Doug.
Limu, someone needs to customize and save hundreds on car insurance with Liberty Mutual. Let's fly.
Chief. Doug.
Wow. I thought you were right behind me.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty. For a limited time, Subway just dropped the price of every footlong in the app to $6.99. Wait, Subway did what? $6.99 footlongs? Yep, says right here, $6.99 for any footlong. Get this deal in the Subway app now before it's too late.
Why always the couch? Does he need to go to puppy school? Get his little puppy diploma? How much have I been spending on this little guy?
When your questions about life turn into questions about money, there's Erica, the virtual financial assistant to help you spend, save, and plan smarter. Only from Bank of America. What would you like the power to do?
Cincinnati Reds look like this tonight. Spencer Steer in left field. Ellie Dela Cruz at short. TJ Friedel in center. Ty France at first with Dominic Smith just picked up. He's at first base with Ahmed Rosario, the second baseman. Will Benson in right. Welby Marte in third, and Luke Maley as the catching and bats out of the 9 spot. Frankie Montas, who oddly enough was the opening day starter for the Cincinnati Reds, pitching against them tonight as a Milwaukee Brewer.
Frankie Montas, the Reds brought in to be an anchor for him in the middle of their rotation, the top of their rotation with some of the young guys. They've had a lot of injuries. Montas eventually being traded over here to the Brewers, but you see his usage, and much like Cruz, the splitter is the key. Can he get them to chase the splitter? Can he throw enough fastballs and other pitches to get ahead and then finish him off the splitter? And I found it interesting when we talked to Pat Murphy today. He said he's not getting the swing and miss on his splitter. And if you look at his numbers, his swing and miss, his whiffs are way down this year.
Spencer Steer taking the 96-mile-an-hour fastball. He's enjoyed his work so far and been a good addition to the Milwaukee Brewers. The guy that we will be talking to a little bit later in Tobias Myers, who has become the ace of the Brewers, which is really surprising. The story is incredible. Really didn't do anything in the minor leagues the last 7 years, gets to the majors, and has figured it out. As Montas with a good start strikes out Steer to begin things here in the bottom of the first inning.
Well, nothing new for the Reds. They strike out a lot. Their whole team strikes out a lot. Ellie Dela Cruz here strikes out a lot. Steer strikes out a lot. They have a lot of swing and miss in this lineup if you can get ahead of them.
266, 22 homers, 61 runs batted in. A 20-60 guy, which is so much fun to watch. A guy who has power but also can steal bases. He's electric.
He is. In his arm sleeve and his elbow guard, and just can't take your eyes off of him.
Fifth player in Major League history with 20-plus home runs, 60-plus stolen bases in a single season.
If he gets on, he's going. You don't want him on base. William Contreras can throw. If you're Frankie Montas, you do not want Ellie De La Cruz on the bases because it a lot of times turns into a triple.
Montas usually better in the first couple of innings. Second time through, the numbers do go up for him. last 3 starts, a 2.00 ERA. Just 4 earned runs in the last 18 innings pitched in a Brewers uniform. Brewers as a team have won 4 of his first 5 starts in a Brewers uniform since coming over from Cincinnati.
I think one of the most interesting things to look at is, you said in the open, Don, nobody thought the Brewers were going to be very good, but obviously they're in first place. They're going to win the division. They're going to the postseason. They have a chance at the best record. But how are they doing it? Look, if you look at their roster man for man, you're thinking, wow, if you don't know these guys, you have a hard time figuring out, but they just plug pieces in. Their bullpen is basically all guys that have been DFA'd from other teams.
Talked to Pat Murphy about that. I called him the DFA whisperer because it seems like he can get these guys to play where they were not playing, obviously where they were before. And they're playing for him, and he said it's largely because they're hungry. I mean, this is, in some cases, the last chance for some guys.
Yeah, but other teams try it. I think the Reds haven't tried to get some guys off the DFA scrap heap and plug them in, but it's something about when people put on the Brewers uniform. Their catching gets better for sure. Their catchers, they're unbelievable at developing their catchers. They bring guys over, make them better. And their bullpen guys, every year, even when Craig Counsell was here, it's who can we put in?
De La Cruz sends one to shallow left. Chirico coming in, but going out is Adames. Actually, that's going to be Joey Ortiz going out there to grab that one. The third baseman in shallow left. He ended up ducking behind Adames. So that's 2 down in the inning. De La Cruz retired.
It's a nice play. He goes a little bit of the modified shift. Ortiz went out a long ways.
Right in front of Chirico coming in, and there are 2 outs in the first for Friedel swinging at that first pitch. Part of it, you have to look at the NL Central as a division, not the strongest division in Major League Baseball.
No, but I think most people would have said the Reds would be in it. They're not. They've had too many injuries, just haven't developed. Guys haven't taken the next step. The Brewers just continue to go out and prove people wrong. Cubs haven't been very good this year, whether it's offensively. They're kind of putting a late charge in. Is it too little too late? Cardinals haven't done what people expected the Cardinals to do.
Pittsburgh started well, but then things went south pretty quickly, and they are now 16.5 games behind the Brewers in the NL Central. Line to left center and in for a base hit for Friedel. 2-out knock here in the first inning.
Down fastball. Friedel just goes down and gets it with 2 strikes. It's a nice piece of hitting. That's what you want to see with 2 strikes. Not trying to do too much. Put the barrel on the ball and take your line drive.
So 2 down, runner at first for Ty France, formerly of the Seattle Mariners, San Diego Padres before that. Pops it up into shallow left. Chirico running in on a slant towards the line. Will make the catch that ends the inning. Done with 1 in Cincinnati. Brewers and Reds were scoreless. We come back to Cincinnati. Willie Adames will lead it off.
Sorry, honey, it's a work thing.
Mine's also a work thing. I just need someone to cover my shift.
So is mine. Alan says your business vehicle is now covered with Progressive.
Protected 24/7, just like your home and auto.
Oh, that's great.
So dinner time's just phone time now?
Sorry. You know, I heard that ground turkey is the healthiest poultry.
You know what? Never mind. Just be on your phones.
Thank you.
How do you sleep at night?
Oh, on a mattress from Mattress Firm. So I sleep.
It's Mattress Firm's best sale of the year, the Labor Day sale. This week only, get a queen mattress for just $89.99. Get matched at Mattress Firm, sleep at night.
Okay, someone just did laundry.
No, I add Downy Light so the freshness really lasts.
Yeah, most scented stuff gives me a headache, but this is just right.
And I don't like anything.
But I like this.
Get a light scent that lasts with no heavy perfumes or dyes.
This tiny home trend, not for me. Now, this is more like it. The same goes for my footwear. So I went hands-free with wide-fit Skechers slip-ins. Just step in and go without bending down or touching my shoes. Wide-fit, hands-free Skechers slip-ins.
If you don't stain your deck, it's like the previous owner is still hanging around. So today, let's stain with Behr, the #1 rated stain, and make your deck yours. Behr, exclusively at the Home Depot.
You can only get Wendy's new saucy nugs at Wendy's. So if anyone ever tries to tell you they have saucy nugs at home, you might want to see what else they're hiding, because that person lies. For a whole new way to nug, gotta be Wendy's.
Tonight's telecast is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Protect the stuff you love with Renters Insurance. Formerly the Cincinnati Redlegs. They have like 5 mascots going here in Cincinnati.
They do.
Yeah, there's a lot of different mascots. I'm not sure which is which. It's very confusing. We're scoreless to the second inning. Adames on the first pitch. Off of or underneath of Ellie De La Cruz's glove. Appeared to get glove on it. But Adames will reach at first base. It's an E6. You kind of live with some of the errors, some of the mistakes that De La Cruz will make, just because he is still pretty raw at this level, it appears.
Yes, he makes errors, but he also gets to more balls than most players do, and he just misses it. It happens. It happens to the big leaguers. They just make mistakes. He just missed it. He just missed it. Maybe a little bit of an awkward hop for him. He did everything right. He just missed the ball.
So the E6 starts things here in the second inning for the Brewers. Blake Perkins now the center fielder. Reds have now not scored in the last 15 innings. They did not score in the first inning. Last run scored was the 5th inning of Game 1 on the doubleheader yesterday. Ball 2 strikes to Blake Perkins. With Adames at first, nobody out here in the Brewers' second inning. Sun setting off to our left, and light's taking effect here, kind of twilight here in Cincinnati. There's lots of blue sky in left field. Toss over to first, and back to the bag is Adames. First disengagement for Cruz.
It's a great view from this booth.
Really is. Good location.
I've never been up here before. You can see the river.
Oh, that's Kentucky over there, by the way.
Yes.
Other side of the river.
Yes. Nice view of the bridge. A little Pittsburghy.
Foul back to the screen. There it is. Very nice.
Yes.
Ohio River. In Ohio.
I thought it was in Kentucky.
Well, that's in Kentucky. The other side of the river is in Kentucky. We're on the Ohio side. Now, I heard you liked hitting here. I know you haven't been to the booth here before. This is your first visit to the booth, but you liked hitting here. A lot of people like hitting.
A lot of people like hitting in this part. The ball flies here, and it is not large. Great.
That is strike 3. Able to get Perkins looking in the 3rd strikeout for Fernando Cruz. First out of the second inning.
Good pitch right there. That is a perfect pitch by Cruz. Cruz paints the outside corner, and Perkins, all he can do is turn around and walk back to the dugout.
So 1 out, Adames at first, and former Philly Rhys Hoskins, the DH. With a swing and a miss. There's that split again.
That's the good split. That's the strike split. Starts about at your waist, ends up down by your knees or lower. That's the one Cruz can throw early in the count, get swings and misses like he just did from Hoskins. Oh.
Hoskins with 22 home runs this year with his new club, the Milwaukee Brewers. Broke into the big leagues with the Phillies in 2017. Through 2022, a Philadelphia Philly.
He's been a nice piece for the Brewers. Brought some veteran leadership. Obviously, he's brought the home runs. Plays first, can DH for you, but he's a good guy to have in the room.
Pitch 30 coming for Cruz. 19 in the first inning. And again, pitch count's a big deal. Runner goes, a swing and a miss. Throw down there. It's off the glove of Rosario. Kind of knocked it down, kicked it towards first base. A stolen base for Willy Adames. After the error got him on, now he's in scoring position with one away.
I thought Hoskins might have interfered with Bailey a little bit. Kind of had to short arm it right there with his bat, and they kind of bump. And normally if you bump like that, probably I'll call interference. I don't know why. Maybe it wasn't enough. Maybe it was because Hoskins was in the box.
Wood umpire is Clint Vondrak tonight, calling the balls and strikes. Jeremy Rehak at first, Bruce Dreckman at second base, and the crew chief, Mark Wegner, the umpire at third.
Wegner, what are you doing? See, watch the bat right here, Don. Like, he swings, his bat's out over the plate. Now watch Bailey as he goes to throw. Right there, he hits it. You know, so he's got to do a better job of acting. He's got to, and fall down. Then, you got to go back. You're out.
That's ball 4 downstairs, and the first walk handed out by Cruz. So 2 on, 1 away. Suit up for the summer at MLBshop.com. Check out the largest selection of official jerseys, caps, t-shirts, collectibles, and more. Gear up with your favorite team at MLBshop.com. Brewers have runners at first and second, 1 away here in the second inning. And Garrett Mitchell, the right fielder from Milwaukee, coming up. Christian Yelich was kind of back to being Christian Yelich again before the back injury, and it set him back for the rest of the year. And looking forward to coming back after having surgery, but they've had injuries of their own, not quite to the depth that the Reds have, but some big injuries for Milwaukee as well.
Absolutely. Let's not forget Brandon Woodruff's out for the year. They traded Corbin Burns. Christian Yelich they lost. But this young outfield for the Brewers has done a nice job. Christian Yelich was having a nice year before he went down. He made the All-Star team. He was kind of the old Christian Yelich we saw a few years ago.
So you got some different names now in the outfield for Milwaukee. Garrett Mitchell, one of those guys, the right fielder, bats here with runners at first and second. Tried to hold up, could not, goes around and strikes out. Strikeout number 4 for Cruz. 2 down in the inning.
That is a good split. It's high, but because it doesn't break, you get the sword from Mitchell. He's expecting that ball to go down, Don. It didn't go down. He therefore tried to check swing underneath it.
First and second, 2 down. Joey Ortiz, the third baseman. .239 with 9 homers, 45 runs batted in. Stolen base in this inning for Adames. The Brewers are third in the majors in stolen bases with 172. Reds are second with 178, but the old adage, you can't steal first.
It's not true.
Okay. You can't steal first.
Some people say I did it once, but that's a whole different story, Don. But yes, these teams love to run.
Yes.
And that's the new game, right? You look at the Reds, the Brewers, obviously the Nationals have a lot of stolen bases. They're not very good this year, but the Diamondbacks were the team that kind of brought this.
Yeah, changed their whole
into play.
Yeah, last year.
Last year they made a run to the World Series. Now teams are like, oh man, this stolen base thing's fun.
Yeah. Now, with the new rules and disengagements and everything else, and bigger bases, your opportunities are better. And I think it's great that it's back. I miss stolen bases in the game.
Of course. I didn't when I was catching, but when I was hitting, I like to watch guys run. Catching is not so fun.
You didn't mind the guys running in front of you while you were hitting?
No,
Did that bother
I
you?
wanted them in scoring position. And I could hit a single instead of having to hit a double or a triple to score. Right? If they're in second base, usually the guys, they're stealing. That means they're fast. That means you can hit a single and they'll score for it.
Then your numbers get bigger.
That's right. Then you get more money.
Right. Money.
Right? Weird how this game works.
So it is time to party here with a full count, 2 outs in the inning. Runners at first and second. Everybody on the move on this 3-2. Pitch 42 coming as he spirals off the backside, no throw, but a disengagement nonetheless. Mentioned 42 pitches last time out for Cruz.
Right.
And that's in there for strike 3. That's 42 pitches, and it's strikeout number 5 for Cruz. Brewers strand a pair. We're scoreless.
We just want to have enough money for retirement.
And travel to visit our grandchildren.
I understand. That's why at Fisher Investments, we start by getting to know each other so I can learn about your family, lifestyle, goals and needs, allowing us to tailor your portfolio.
What about commission-based products?
We don't sell those. We're a fiduciary obligated to act in your best interests.
So how do your management fees work?
We have a transparent fee structured so we do better when you do better. At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different.
Every Jersey Mike sub is sliced and stacked right in front of you since 1956.
You slice, I snack.
I said slice and stack.
Tomato.
It's tomato.
Freshly sliced since 1956. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
Sure. Vistaprint prints business cards, but we also print these and those. And engrave that. We print your brand on everything so customers can notice you, remember you, and fall in love with you. If you need it, we print it with 25% off for new customers at Vistaprint.com.
We love this house. It really has it all.
Yeah, but our neighbor, he's a little opinionated.
Next on Golf Dad.
Steerack 1! I think I'll make me a big salad. Steerack 2!
At least Geico makes it easy to bundle our home and car insurance.
Strike 3!
What are you talking about? That's a cute shirt. You need glasses, pal.
That's it. You're out of here.
For bundling made easy, get more with Geico.
He's done this to me before.
Yo, those are nice. Hold on one second.
Candace, what's up? I think my daughter's going pro at basketball.
She's 3.
Yeah, she's 3. What's your point?
I'll take those.
Wait, you're at Dick's? Could you pick up an agility ladder for my daughter?
One second.
Candace.
You're done. What are you doing?
Oh, you're at Dick's? Grab me that new Z&D hoodie.
Candace. Trent. Can you get me a red tracksuit? Okay. What else?
Pads, maybe the arm sleeve.
Ace, you gotta see her. You got 2-a-days going right now.
Thank you.
So what you think's the next step?
Yeah.
You
Hey,
want to
Patrick,
crossover
let me
first
call
or
you
back
back.
to back? She hung up.
Oh, my goodness. This dude, I cannot.
This is what we do, Danny. You got to see it to believe it. We deliver quality and quantity in every sub.
And a lot of them in vigor.
Just meats and cheeses.
But definitely some mojo.
Maybe.
Freshly sliced since 1956. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
Scoreless as we head to the bottom of the second inning. And he has the look of a guy that was done there with some handshakes, but he put the pitch count back in the hat, I believe. So we don't know if he's done or not. He did throw 42 pitches, and he threw 42 pitches just a couple of days ago. So kind of thought he might be done, but they may try to get another inning out of him. Who knows?
They might try to sneak him through another inning. He's got 5 punch-outs first time through the order.
Dominic Smith, formerly of the Red Sox, very recently formerly of the Red Sox. Now here in Cincinnati. Toss back out there again.
It's funny how baseball's changed. We used to look for handshakes and hugs when the guy was done. Now we're waiting to see what he does with his pitch count.
Right. That is a different twist. Yeah, when he takes the pitch count out of the hat, then he's definitely done. It looks like he wanted to there, but they told him to keep it in.
Maybe he tried to fight for an extra inning. Because David Bell said 2 innings. If he gets 3, it would be great. But he's through 2. He's got 42 pitches.
They have Buck Farmer hot in the pen. He had been warming up. And he's just kind of standing out in the pen right now. In the air, down the left field line. Long run, and it is caught. Again, it's Joey Ortiz going a long way, the third baseman, to make the grab down the left field line for out number 1 of the second inning.
As Joey Ortiz just said, I'm covering the whole left side of the field.
Pretty much, I got it.
I mean, he's way down the line on this one. He's almost at the warning track in the left field corner down there. How far he goes.
It's a good thing, too, because he was the closest. Down the right field line this time. Ahmed Rosario fouling it down the right field line. Good crowd on hand here tonight in Cincinnati. Divisional battle with the Milwaukee Brewers.
How about Ahmed Rosario? He was living high on the hog there for a minute. He gets traded over to the Dodgers. He's thinking, I'm going to get a chance to make another deep run. He gets DFA and he ends up in Cincinnati. Still getting to play, but he's obviously not going to go to the postseason like he would have with the Dodgers.
That was not the plan for Ahmed, really.
No, it was not.
Working with the Mets in 2017. Cleveland for 3. The Dodgers the first time. Tampa Bay. Dodgers again. And now 7 games in Cincinnati. Chops it foul beyond the Brewers dugout, third base way. Barry looking like he's trying to work his defense here a little bit. Swing and a miss, and chasing is Ahmed Rosario. Strikeout number 2 for Montas. 2 down in the second inning. Next week, the game of the year is on Big Noon Saturday. 4th-ranked Texas clash with 9th-ranked Michigan in the Big House. Start your Saturday at 9 a.m. Eastern with the Big Noon kickoff live from Ann Arbor. Then it's Texas, Michigan at noon on Fox. 2 down in the second inning. Will Benson. Right fielder hitting under 200 at 196 to start the night. And the recipient of strike 1. He's had 14 home runs on the year. Montas breaking in with the White Sox in Chicago 2015. I didn't realize that. I thought he was originally with Oakland. He did go to Oakland next year. And there was a 13-game winner in Oakland in 2021. Stop with the Yankees. Cincinnati to start the year. Mentioned he was the opening day starter here for Cincinnati, and now Milwaukee.
Well, don't forget, he didn't pitch almost for 2 years. Almost went 2 straight years without pitching. And then he signed with Cincinnati, got a nice contract for himself. Opening day starter for Cincinnati. Things didn't go as planned. He's traded to the division rival. And if you watched him before the game, he was all hugs for the Reds. All the Reds guys came over, gave him a big hug, even hugged Fernando Cruz. Oh.
Gas at 98, but falling behind here, 3-1. And his 30th pitch. Skip in, didn't like that at all. That's ball 4, first walk by Montas. It's time for our pitcher profile, sponsored by Wendy's. Well, his numbers with Cincinnati: 4-8, 93 1/3 ERA over 5. So far in Milwaukee, it's got much better. 2-1, 27 innings pitched, a 3.33 ERA, and the WHIP just over 1.
He's kind of stabilized this rotation. Him and Freddie Peralta have kind of come in, and Freddie's been here all year. And Mr. Myers, who we're going to talk to shortly, but they've really kind of stabilized it with all the injuries, some of the things that have happened to this rotation. And the Brewers needed a guy to give them some length, give them some innings, and Frankie Montas was on their list. They went out and got him. Since he's come over, he's been good. Noelvi Marte, third baseman.
first AB, batting with 2 down, a runner at first, and painfully so, fouling that one off himself.
Off the old back knee.
Runner goes at first, pitch in the dirt low, and the throw's a good one. They got him. William Contreras comes up firing and throws out Will Benson at second base. Nicely done. So trying to run there with the Reds. We're scoreless through 2.
Imagine trying to take on one of the big car companies. It's not easy. Yet this year, one local law firm finalized the largest compensatory verdict in state history against an automaker, over $38 million. And it was no fluke. That same firm has been holding big car companies accountable for faulty designs that cause injury for over 50 years. Because Wisconsinites know who to call when it's a must-win scenario. They call Habish, Habish & Rotier. National reputation, hometown service.
I was robbed. They tried to run me over with a getaway car. He almost killed me right over here. He was laughing as he fractured my skull.
Amanda's attacker was an illegal immigrant drug dealer, arrested twice before, but released by San Francisco DA Kamala Harris.
If Kamala Harris hadn't let him out, this never would have happened to me.
Kamala put violent illegals, convicted felons, back on the streets.
Kamala just doesn't care about protecting people like me.
Make America Great Again Inc. is responsible for the content of this advertising.
This is a hallway. Doesn't evoke much feeling. But to those facing cancer or a complex condition, it feels like relief. Because all the doctors, treatments, and technology you've been fighting to find, they're all right here, under one roof, connected by hallways instead of highways. East Park Medical Center, coming soon. UW Health, remarkable.
Shocking fact, not every Cornhusker grows corn. About 1 million Nebraskans live in places we like to call cities, where we enjoy amenities like electricity, running water, music, museums, the arts, and these pillars of the community. Not everyone can put cultivated and Nebraska in the same sentence without picturing huge farm implements. Just you, maybe. So visit Nebraska.com.
The Fox 6 weather experts, because you matter.
Scoreless back in Cincinnati as we go to the top of the third, and a new Reds pitcher, Buck Farmer, into the game.
Buck Farmer is a fastball slider, changeup, a lot of sliders, 35% sliders. You see his numbers, a lot of strikeouts, a few walks. He's in there to keep it 0-0 and hope the Reds offense wakes up.
We are thrilled to have with us a really cool story. Tobias Myers joining us, and thanks for doing this. First of all, Tobias, congratulations on all the success you've had this year. Your story, tremendous. You got some friends, too, helping you out as well.
Yeah, thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, no, this is great. 7 seasons in the minor leagues, and now you're in the major leagues. You're arguably the ace of the Milwaukee Brewers right now. You could make that statement.
I don't know about that.
Well, what's been the big difference this year for you, and this development has been so great? What's going on?
Just honestly trying to take it day by day. That's kind of the mindset that I've tried to keep for the most part since I've been up here, is just take it day by day, focus on what I have to do today, and when my day's out there, that's what I'm focused on, and the next day I'm focused on what I have to do then.
Tobias, what was the journey like? People that don't know your story, it's pretty incredible. You signed out of high school, and then you just started bouncing around from team to team to team to team. One year, you went 1-15, and now here you are pitching in the big leagues. You went 1-15 down with a 7.5 ERA.
Yep, that was a rough year for sure. That was a rough one. Yeah, I mean, yeah, drafted by Baltimore, traded my first full season to Tampa, and I grew up 30-40 minutes from Tampa, so it was pretty cool to go over there and just be closer to home for spring training and whatnot. But yeah, it's been a grind. Hasn't been the easiest road, but definitely grateful for everything that's happened.
I read where you grew up in Winter Haven, Channel Lakes Park, of course, the longtime spring training home to a couple different teams. But did you go there a lot as a kid at spring training? See a lot of those teams?
Oh, yeah. Grew up a big Yankees fan, Derek Jeter fan, and yeah, every single time they came over, definitely went over and tried to check out a game, get some autographs, meet some players.
Chain of Lakes, that's a blast from the past there, Doug.
Yes, it is.
Wow.
Longtime Red Sox home for years and years, for many years before that. I read somewhere else that you found your slider in Colorado at Coors Field, which I got questions about that, too. There's a gapper to left center field.
There we go.
Cerrillo heading towards second base, maybe beyond. No, he'll pull it up around second. And it is a double. Is that true? And how did you do it at Coors Field?
Yeah, so I just learned the slider last season, and I never really got too comfortable with it. It was a new pitch, something I definitely knew I needed to move forward, and it was hit or miss early in the year, just trying to do a little bit too much with it and trying to create the movement instead of just letting the grip do the work. And in Colorado, the cutter was kind of one of the pitches I was using quite a bit before that series, and then first couple cutters I threw in Colorado went the other way. They did not cut. So after the second inning, we went and we were like, let's just lean more on slider, and and I just started ripping it just like the fastball and kind of found that feel for it.
Impressive. Usually people lose their slider in Colorado, not find it.
That's why I asked.
I've heard all the stories, and nothing was really working those first two innings, so I just kind of had to switch it up. My guy Eric Haas here is the one who called them throwing seeds at me.
Well, I saw a lot of seeds going there, but I wanted to ask you about the veterans. You have veterans on this staff. How much help have they been for you?
Tremendous. I mean, every single one of them. They're open to me and just trying to teach me the game and teach me the right way to go about everything, and just also watching them from afar. This is my second year with Milwaukee. I went to big league camp last year and this year, so just being around them, trying to learn what they do daily, trying to learn how to be a Major League Baseball player.
Tobias, I got to ask you this because we just saw Jackson hit the double. How do you say his last name? Because Don Orsillo up here, we kind of had a little bit of an argument.
No, it's fine.
Churio. Yep.
Yeah,
Churio.
That's what I've been calling him. Churio.
Yeah. You said Churio.
Did I?
Yeah.
We just call him Brian around here.
Okay.
Well, why Brian? Now we got to know why Brian.
I believe that's his first name or middle name, Brian. Yeah. And his walkout song is continuously saying Brian at home, so kind of sticks with him.
So starting tomorrow, you face the Reds already earlier this year. Had a really good outing against them, so looking forward to it tomorrow.
Definitely, yeah. Get in there.
Safe.
Yeah, anytime I get to take the ball, I look forward to it, definitely. Very grateful for the situation I'm in and just trying to go out there and get a win for the team for sure.
Get a look at this play at third base.
Not a great jump. Not a bad throw by Maley, but Marte's a little bit late getting there. And Brian steals third.
How much has the pitching coach and your manager helped you this year get acclimated to this situation? It seems like they've both done a terrific job.
A ton, yeah, a ton. Murph, from day one, first day up here, he keeps it loose, but he also keeps you in line, and same thing with the veteran. It all comes together. They just want to teach you how to be the best version of you, and I think that's kind of what I've taken from it, and just trying to. They're very open to me and very honest, and yeah, I love it. I love the honesty.
Does Murph have a nickname for you? Because Pat Murphy has all these crazy nicknames for everybody. So does he have a nickname for you?
Not yet. He hasn't come up with yet. He called me Travis one day.
Travis?
And that didn't stick, so.
No, I would think it would.
I think it's just Toby for now.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good.
Yep.
Well, we appreciate you joining us. This has been great fun to watch you this year. I'll ask you one more question about this team. I mean, you guys have run away with this thing. How has it taken place from your vantage point, your eyes?
Just a group of guys who's never going to give up, and we're just continuously having fun out there every day. We're playing for ourselves. I don't think there's anyone in here that is playing for themselves, But, yeah, we're just trying to pass the baton at the plate. Same thing on the mound, just trying to pass it to the next guy with the lead, and full trust in everyone in here.
Well, we appreciate you joining us, and continued success, my friend. Your story is a great one, and good luck to you the rest of the way.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And thank you guys for having me.
Tobias Myers joining us from the Brewers dugout. We have runners at first and third at the moment. Yeah, swing and a miss as Bauer strikes out. That's a second K for Buck Farmer. 2 down in the inning.
Big strikeout for Buck Farmer to get the second out with the runner on third, less than 2 outs. This is his pitch, slider. Buck Farmer in a big situation. He's going to throw you a slider. Opponent's written 130 on that pitch this year. A high whiff rate, and right there he gets Jake Bowers to swing through it for the second out.
So at the corners here with 2 down, and it brings up Adames. Reached on an error by Ellie De La Cruz. Over to first base and disengagement. Back to the bag safely is Contreras. Contreras walked, so it's first and third with 2 away. And Adames jolts this one to deep right center field. Friedel going back at the wall. That ball's gone. A 3-run home run for Willie Adames. His 27th of the year, and the Brewers jump out to a 3-0 lead. Just over the fence in right center field for Adames.
Willie Adames leads the world in 3-run homers. Every time I tune into a Brewers game, he gets a fastball out over the plate, mislocation. You see Luke Maile reach out across the plate, smashes this ball to right center field. Friedel ran out of room. But man, if you're the Brewers, you got 2 guys on, you want Willie Adames at the plate because he just hits 3-run homers.
So the Brewers jumping out to the 3-0 advantage here in the 3rd inning. Now Blake Perkins will take a strike. His second look. As Adames doing a dance. This goes on for a while. He's earned it.
Yeah. Freddie Peralta is never not smiling. And they have their own little home run dance. I mean, it's his 12th 3-run homer of the season.
And overall his 27th round tripper.
Somebody's going to get paid this offseason. Brewers were talking about trading him. Remember, he was kind of, his name was thrown around there about spring training. Willie Adames, is he going to be a Brewer? Are they going to keep him? I'm glad they kept him.
And home runs in both games of the day now doubleheader here yesterday. Perkins struck out looking first time up. His second plate appearance. So the starter, if you want to call him that, Fernando Cruz, goes 2 innings, giving up 1 hit, no runs. Walked 1, struck out 5. And threw 41 pitches before he departed. And now Buck Farmer comes in, got a couple of strikeouts, walk, a double, and now a 3-run home run allowed. And he is able to strike out Perkins to conclude the inning, but the damage has been done. 3-run home run for Willie Adames. His 27th of the year has the Brewers on top 3-0 after 2.5 in Cincinnati.
Smile, you found it. The feeling of finding psoriasis can't filter out the real you. So go ahead, live unfiltered with the one and only Sotyktu, a once-daily pill for moderate to severe plaque psoriasis and the chance at clear or almost clear skin. It's like the feeling of finding you're so ready for your close-up, or finding you don't have to hide your skin, just your background. Once daily Sotyktu was proven better, getting more people clearer skin than the leading pill. Don't take if you're allergic to Sotyktu. Serious reactions can occur. Sotyktu can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB. Serious infections, cancers including lymphoma, muscle problems, and changes in certain labs have occurred. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, liver or kidney problems, high triglycerides, or had a vaccine or plan to. Sotyktu is a TYK2 inhibitor. TYK2 is part of the JAK family. It's not known if Sotyktu has the same risks as JAK inhibitors. Find what plaque psoriasis has been hiding. There's only one Sotyktu, so ask for it by name. So clearly you. Sotyktu.
Let's have a look, shall we? Guilty as charged.
Be warned, it's intense.
This one's from the heart.
Hey!
I love a good dance sequence.
Rated PG-13.
If you don't stain your deck, it's like the previous owner is still hanging around. So today, let's stain with Behr, the #1 rated stain, and make your deck yours. Behr, exclusively at the Home Depot.
Wendy's has new saucy nugs. And if Wendy's found a way to make their nugs even better, anything is sauceable! For a whole new way to nug, gotta be Wendy's.
3-0. The Brewers have the lead over the Reds on a beautiful night from Cincinnati, the Queen City. And look out towards Kentucky there beyond the right center field fence. And sun has set tonight in Cincinnati. Ha! Marte leading it off here in the bottom of the 3rd inning for the Reds. They have work to do. Now trailing 3-0 in the game. And a swing and a miss at a splitter from Montas. Montas has thrown 7 first pitch strikes. The first 8 hitters of this game.
Oh. First time through, Frankie Montas is usually pretty good. 190 batting average, 602 OPS. It's after that when it gets ugly for him.
Second time through, it jumps.
Big.
Yeah.
Usually it doesn't jump a lot of times that big until the 3rd time through, but with him it is 2nd time through.
Sounded like a broken bat, and it's off the glove of Adames, and reaching at first base is Marte. Yeah, base hit. And the 2nd hit for Cincinnati this game.
Thomas almost overruns this ball. I think he thought it was hit harder than what it was. I don't know that if he comes up with that, he even gets Marte at first.
So Marte at first, and Luke Maile now batting from the #9 spot. Pops it up foul off to the right out of play. Overall, individually, it's 6 and 9 coming into this contest, and 4.64 ERA between his time in Cincinnati and Milwaukee. Line to center field, and a base hit for Maile. Going first to 3rd is Marte. He'll get there with a head-first dive into the bag. And the Reds trying to answer here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. They've got runners at the corners and nobody out.
Nice piece of hitting here by Maile. 4-seamer. That's a little 2-seamer that just kind of runs to the middle of the plate. He hits it right up the middle. Great base running by Marte. He goes right away. Right-handed thrower going to his left is a go. And if you notice, Perkins doesn't even think about it. He's just trying to keep the double play in order. You see Adames telling him, hey, second base, second base. But if you're a base runner.
To 3rd, the 2nd for 1, on to 1st. That's 2. Double play around the horn. And remaining at 3rd base is Marte for some reason. So the 5-4-3 DP, and they don't even get a run out of it.
I just praised him for great base running when he saw Perkins go to his left, 1st to 3rd. Right here, you got to go. I don't know why he didn't go. It wasn't a line drive. You got to go home. Getting a rundown, you might get 2nd and 3rd out of it by allowing Ortiz and the Brewers to turn a double play. Now there's 2 outs and no run on the board.
You're kind of conceding the run there.
100%.
Getting the outs.
They will trade that run for 2 outs in that situation, 100%. Ortiz didn't even look at him. He went right away to 2nd base. I don't know what Marte was doing.
A little surprised you didn't hear from the 3rd base coach, who was right behind him. But you got to go.
And that's not the 3rd base coach's fault.
No, but I mean, he's there.
True.
I mean, and he is the third base coach, J.R. House. So Marte at third with 2 down. Ellie De La Cruz to try to get that run in. This is a fly ball shallow center as Perkins coming in to make the catch. Middle the cap high to end the inning. The Reds don't get a run. 3-0 Milwaukee through 3 from Cincy.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With Venture X, earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy and turn everyday purchases into extraordinary trips. And get access to over 1,300 airport lounges where you just check in and chill out. Open up a world of possibilities with Capital One. What's in your wallet?
Did you know you can save with GoodRx, even if you have insurance?
You know, I thought my prescription was covered until it wasn't, but GoodRx helps with that.
I work for myself, so I buy my own insurance. And I still check GoodRx.
I'm on Medicare. I check GoodRx because it can beat my copay. Who wouldn't like that?
Even if you have insurance, GoodRx can help you save.
Okay, we'll see you next time.
Another good reason to check GoodRx.
When you see what it's really like when our skin touches wool, you see why we need Downy Free and Gentle with no perfumes or dyes. It not only makes your clothes softer and is gentle on your skin, it breathes life into your laundry.
When it comes to help, nobody assists like Lowe's.
Linda asistencia.
Well, almost nobody. For a limited time, Subway just dropped the price of every footlong in the app to $6.99. Wait, Subway did what? $6.99 footlongs? Yep, says right here, $6.99 for any footlong. Get this deal in the Subway app now before it's too late.
When you choose a Blue Moon, everything becomes brighter. Crafted with Valencia orange peel and coriander, Blue Moon is made brighter.
Tonight's telecast is sponsored by Blue Moon, made brighter. We look back over the Brewers are on the verge of clinching their 6th postseason appearance in the last 7 years with division titles in 2018, 2021, and 2023. They've been very good and looking like they're going to run away with this division this season. David Buchanan, who has just arrived, made his first major league appearance since 2015. It has been a while for this gentleman, but he is in the big leagues. They needed him. They were not sure they were going to be able to get through tonight's game, all 9 innings, with enough pitching. So here he is, and into this game in the 4th inning.
We mentioned Tobias Myers and his journey, but David Buchanan, he's also had an interesting journey. Korea, Japan.
To left field, struck pretty well. Steer going back onto the dirt of the track. A late lunge to make the catch right in front of the wall. And Reese Hoskins is retired. Gives it a ride, but he's out number 1. Spencer Steer back there reeling it in.
And David Buchanan's in this game. You mentioned them having a hard time to get through all 9 innings with the doubleheader yesterday, and their pitching kind of beat up. He's their bulk guy. He's going to have to give them some innings. He's going to have to. David Bell's hoping for some quality innings from him. Hold him at 3, give his offense a chance.
Garrett Mitchell, a strikeout victim in the 2nd, 0 for 1. He pitched in the KBO as well. The Samsung Lions from 20 to 23. He's called up today from AAA Louisville. Very good arrangement they have here, the Cincinnati Reds, with their AAA team being so close. Got a guy who takes batting practice in Louisville, but ends up in the game with a major league club same day.
How far is that?
I think it's like 40 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Half hour.
That's nice. A lot of the teams have gone to that. It's like Minneapolis and St. Paul with their AAA. A lot of teams have gone. They've tried to when available. I think the Marlins have Jacksonville, right, which is not far from Miami.
Boston with Worcester. They had Pawtucket for many, many years, which was 45 minutes.
How is it Worcester? Where'd the R go?
It's actually Worcester.
But
yeah, it's Worcester.
Isn't there an R and a C and an H and all these weird letters in there that you're not saying?
That doesn't mean anything. That's how they say it. That's kind of how this whole Chorrillo situation is, really. So, I mean, just because it says that's the way it is doesn't mean that's the way it is.
True.
There's a lot of towns like that.
That's why I'm calling Jackson Chorrillo now Brian from now on.
That's ball 4 as Mitchell head down to first base. So a 1-out base on balls. Stream out of every market, game live or on demand. Plus, U.S. subscribers now have 24/7 access to MLB Network. Visit MLB.tv for details. 1 out with Mitchell at first and Joey Ortiz, the third baseman for the Brewers, standing in. A strikeout victim in the second. He went looking. The opener tonight for the Reds, Fernando Cruz, struck out 5 in his 2 innings of work. We saw Buck Farmer for an inning. He gave up a total of 2 hits, 3 runs. The 3-run home run to Willie Adames, which is currently the difference in the game. Walked 1 and struck out 3, so total of 8 strikeouts for the first 2 pitchers tonight used for David Bell.
And 1 big home run, though, from Willie Adames.
Mixed in.
Yeah, forget the strikeouts. Let's talk about the home run.
I was trying to be positive.
You were. And listen, Fernando Cruz did a nice job for him. 2 innings, 5 punch outs. Buck Farmer hung. Just made that one mistake to Willie Adames, and Willie Adames has crushed the Reds this year. Willie Adames, when he gets his free agent deal, he's going to call Cincinnati and say, "Thank you guys, because you helped me out. They should get a cut."
Left center field, and from center, Friedel calling. Now he has trouble seeing it. At least it looked like he did. Kind of waving his arms there. But he's able to make the catch out there in center field for out number 2. Not sure he saw it all the way. Oh, what is that?
It was like he lost it. He was all over it right away, and then it was like he lost it at the last second.
Okay, so a little bit of twilight, I guess, going on right now.
That's a pretty shot right there.
It is very pretty, but apparently it's not conducive for catching baseballs.
Well, no, baseballs aren't red. They're pink.
Yeah, I know. 2 down with Mitchell at first, and a fly ball to shallow right as Benson wandering in to make the catch that ends the inning. We're 3.5 done from Cincinnati. Brewers have a 3-0 lead.
Hey, just pick what you wanna. Hey, gotta pick what you wanna. Hey, just pick what you wanna. Deja vu, gotta pick what you wanna. Hey, just pick what you wanna. Hey, gotta pick what you wanna. Hey, just pick what you wanna. Deja vu, gotta pick what you wanna. Hey, gotta pick what you wanna. Hey, just pick what you wanna. Hey, gotta pick what you wanna. Deja vu, gotta pick what you wanna.
Welcome to your Walmart.
This is it. One play. This is when we find out.
Hey, quick question. Student body math proficiency. What do we say? It's good, fair, satisfactory? What? Like a percentage, if you had to guess.
Get out of here, man.
Understood.
Hey, grab it.
Great student-teacher ratio.
Marcy! We gotta go! Marcy! We have got to go!
We bring you the real in-depth school info.
What were you thinking?
I don't know.
Ding dong.
Homes.com.
You've got your Sunday obsession, and we got you. Now with Verizon, get NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube TV on us and get every out-of-market Sunday game. Plus $800 off Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6. Only on Verizon.
See you Sunday.
Blocked from watching the big match? Save the day by using the Bank of America customized cash rewards card and choose to earn 3% cash back on online purchases, like live streaming.
Dude,
Dog food in the fridge?
It's not dog food. It's fresh pet. Real meat, real veggies.
Real weird.
He was bad luck anyway.
At Papa John's, get an extra large New York style one-topping pizza for only $10.99. It's a mouth-watering, stretched thinner, made bigger, more for your money, extra large New York style one-topping pizza for only $10.99. Better get you some Papa John's.
Bottom of the fourth inning with the Brewers on top 3-0 as we move along here to the bottom of the fourth. TJ Friedel leading it off for Cincinnati against Frankie Montas, and joining us from the Reds dugout is Nick Martinez. Nick, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys.
Nick, you have had an amazing trait over the years to be able to really pitch in any way, shape, or form, whether it be out of the pen, whether it be a starter, come back on short rest. It's just been incredible. I mean, how have you been able to do that? You've continued to do it here in Cincinnati another year.
Thanks. I appreciate that. I'm really just taking care of myself, being really transparent about where my arm and where my body is, and wanting to compete and wanting to win. And I think that really takes care of the rest.
Which do you like better? Do you like being in the bullpen, or you like being a starter?
I like starting. I like the routine it comes with. I like the preparation, the cat and mouse game that you got while I'm facing the lineup 3 times. But man, I love the adrenaline that comes with pitching out of the bullpen. As Don knows, man, I came out. I'm fired up. I love pitching in tight situations and knowing I gotta make a stop right here and hopefully turning or just turning the momentum around too. It's just I like the fire that comes with coming out of the bullpen.
Well, you have no shortage of fire. We've seen that. The adrenaline pump's pretty good, and it's been fun to watch for a long time. This year, this team of yours has just been decimated by injuries, huh?
Yeah, we've been hit by the injury bug pretty bad, and recently probably at the worst time too. We've had some stars go down, and that's part of the season. That's part of baseball, right? I mean, you got guys. I think all 3 of our young starters, it's the most they've pitched, and so we're definitely going through some growing pains with that. So. The will to win, though, is still here. I definitely have to say that.
It seems like you guys have a great attitude still. We talked to David Bell before the game, and it just seems like you guys come every day expecting to win, even though things have not gone great here towards the end of the year. But the attitude's been good.
Yeah. We have a great clubhouse. The guys are awesome. Man, I really compared it to the clubhouse as the Padres, just maybe a little bit earlier in their careers, right? You have a lot of veterans, but we got together. We had really good camaraderie with San Diego, and same with these guys. I'm getting peppered by seeds now, but these guys, when we get together constantly, the Reds set up like a team breakfast at every first series of a road trip, and so it's just really nice to spend time in the morning doing this. We're talking shop or talking whatever, getting together, and then team dinners, and we've had some poker tournaments, and so this team does a really good job of hanging out.
That's good.
Yes,
I think it's what winning teams do, man. I think that's what it comes down to.
What's it like to watch Ellie De La Cruz every day?
Man, he is electric, man. Man, he impresses us every day, man, what he does. And you don't never know what from what aspect, right? I mean, is it with the bat? Is it on defense? Is it running bases? Is it, dirt ball reads that he turns into a triple? I mean, we were in Milwaukee. They tried to pick him off at second, and he scored. So you never know what he's going to do. He's very electric, very very similar to he brings that electricity that Tatis brings. He plays a premium position. He's got a cannon. I mean, he does it all.
Nick, I asked David Bell, your manager, I go, sometimes you just think he's invisible on the bases because he'll just run and get out of stuff that most people can't.
Yeah. And you don't, it's hard to tell him when he can and can't do that, right? It's hard to tell him when not to, because it's like you shouldn't do it here, and time again he's safe, and he just outruns. It seems like he outruns the baseball. So other times, he does run into some outs sometimes, but I think that comes with it. He is 22 years old, so he doesn't play like a 22-year-old, a lot of the times, and sometimes he does, and I think that's part of the growing pains, right?
Well, you got a lot of baseball left in you, so you don't have to worry about it now. But any thoughts about broadcasting at some point when this is all done?
Yeah, you guys, has there been something going on? I did a Reds Live, I think, pregame live, and I loved it. And so I would love to do it.
I read somewhere. Well, who are you impressed by as far as analysts go in Major League Baseball? Is somebody you have anybody?
I don't have anyone in mind. I mean, I haven't gone that far down the rabbit hole. You know who I want to emulate yet. So I think it would be unfair to start name dropping. But
I think you'd be great. Just so you know, I think you'd be really good.
Thanks.
Runner at second and Dominic Smith and a fly ball to right for out number 3. Thanks so much, Nick Martinez, for joining us. We appreciate it. Good luck to you.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Nick Martinez from the Reds dugout through 4. It's 3-0 Milwaukee.
A caring man took a walk. Everywhere he looked, people suffered. Anxiety ran high. Hope dwindled. Hatred rose. His neighbors had lost trust in the system and in each other. I need to do something, he thought. I'll bring them together and feed them. Around the dinner table, they can talk and see how much they have in common. Shared struggles, shared joy, shared pain. So he prepared a feast and invited all into his home. But some refused to sit at his table because they chose to only see differences. He was heartbroken because he wanted everyone to eat and be filled, not with food and wine, but with compassion.
And Doug.
And if we win, we get to tell you how Liberty Mutual customizes car insurance, so you only pay for what you need.
Isn't that what you just did?
Service!
Stand back, I'm gonna show ya how Doug and Lee will roll ya. You know you gotta live it if you wanna win.
Time out.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
The UPS store is more than just a shipping store. We're the pack it, ship it, guarantee it store. We know running a small business takes a lot of grit and hustle. So we're the stress less store and the we've got your back store. Because when you trust us to pack it and ship it, we guarantee it. So it'll get into the hands of your customers safely. Which is why we're the stand by our work guaranteed store. Come into the UPS store today and be unstoppable.
Wendy's has new saucy nugs. And if Wendy's found a way to make their nugs even better, anything is sauceable! For a whole new way to nug, gotta be Wendy's.
3-0 Milwaukee as we move to the 5th inning in Cincinnati. Churio to lead it off. And he takes the strike. He has a couple of hits in this game, single to right and a double to center field. He's also scored a run. Rookie with a swing and a miss as Buchanan back out there. As you mentioned, he's the bulk guy. They're hoping for multiple innings from him tonight. If not, we could see another position player here tonight for Cincinnati. We'll see.
Yeah, but the rules, what are the rules? You have to be up by 8 or down by a certain number?
Correct. You just can't
Or
roll
down
one
by
out
8?
there anymore.
Yeah, you just can't do it for fun.
No. Did you ever pitch?
No. It's good for everyone.
1-2 has popped up. Down the right field line and over is Will Benson towards the line. Will make the catch for the first out of the 5th inning. So Churio is retired. And that'll bring up William Contreras. Struck out and walked. Also scored a run. Catcher for the Brewers batting out of the 3 spot. Down the right field line, Benson gives it a look, but it's well back into the Cincinnati crowd.
Now, we talked about what the Brewers are able to do with their bullpen and the DFAs. But let's talk about what they've done with their catchers. They've had a long history since Jonathan Lucroy and then Narvaez, Yasmani Grandal, and now William Contreras. Guys that they've made way better. than what they were before they got there, defensively and offensively.
They seem to develop those guys that other teams couldn't develop for whatever reason, and they get there and they seem to get their hands on them and turn them into good catchers.
And Contreras has made the biggest jump probably out of all of them. As you remember, when he was traded away from Atlanta, they're like, oh, he's a hitter only. And now he's turned in. We saw him throw out base runner tonight. I think he threw out Ellie yesterday, I think it was.
First 3 years for him spent in Atlanta. Year 2 in Milwaukee. And a line drive caught by De La Cruz. Ellie De La Cruz lays out and makes the grab. Need all of his height right there.
This was a rocket. You are right. What is it, 6'6"? He used every inch he had to make that play.
Full extension. Step and a dive. Nice play by Ellie De La Cruz. 2 down in the inning. It's fun to watch.
110.9 miles an hour.
He's barreling it up.
For an out.
You're getting a smile out of him. 2 down in the inning. Bowers struck out twice in this game, and he takes the strike, finds himself down 1-2. He struck out in the first, struck out in the third. Here he is in the 5th. Contreras robbed. Swing and a miss. 3rd time. Bowers down by way of the K. Well, that was pretty spectacular. William Contreras, 110 off the bat. Ellie De La Cruz says no.
I am Optimus Prime.
Let's go.
I have knife hands! I can see that. Now you have the ability to transform. How you use that power is up to you. Transform and roll out. Awesome! Transformers 1, rated PG.
What are you doing? Oh, we did our home insurance ourselves, but don't feel protected.
So you're building your own American Family Insurance roof line?
Yeah, you know, life's better when you're protected under American Family's roof.
That's not how it works.
Dad, we'll go. It's gonna hit.
See, that's how it works.
For real protection, save up to 23% by bundling your home and auto with us.
At Fisher Investments, we may look like other money managers, but we're different.
How so?
We're a fiduciary, obligated to act in our clients' best interest, so we don't sell any commission-based products.
Then how do you make money?
We have a simple management fee, structured so we do better when our clients do better.
Your clients really come first then, huh?
Yes, we make them a top priority by getting to know their finances, family, health, lifestyle, and more.
Wow. Maybe we are different.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different.
If you don't stain your deck, it's like the previous owner is still hanging around. So today, let's stain with Behr, the #1 rated stain, and make your deck yours. Behr, exclusively at the Home Depot.
At Papa John's, we start with better. Like our fresh, never frozen dough made from 6 simple ingredients. And our dough can save you dough. Get 2 or more Papa Pairings favorites for just $6.99 each. Order now on the app from Papa John's.
3-0 Brewers have the lead over the Reds as we head to the last half of the 5th inning in Cincinnati. Ricky Montas back out on the mound again for Milwaukee. Benson, L.V. Marte, and Luke Maile scheduled to bat here in the inning. Reds have not scored now in 18 innings. It's not as long as it seems, though, because it's really about a day, because they had the day-night doubleheader yesterday.
That's still a lot of innings.
It's still a lot of innings, yes. But to be fair.
Oh. Frankie Montas has done a nice job for the Brewers.
Fairly economical, working here into the 5th inning. This will be pitch 56 of his outing. 3 strikeouts, a walk, and he's allowed 3 hits.
Oh. You never know how these outings are going to go. He started the year with the Reds, and here he is pitching against the Reds in a pennant race. Do they know him? Do they know how he's going to attack them? Does he have a tell? Does he tip? All these things have to play into your mind.
You would think advantage Reds, right? I mean, in that case, coming in. Advantage Reds.
You would think. But then they haven't scored in 18 innings, so maybe advantage Montas.
So far.
Oh.
97 and off the outside edge. Benson walked in the 2nd inning. The only walk allowed by Montas so far tonight. Down the left field line, headed foul.
Will Benson is a guy that the Reds, they need him to take the next step. If they're going to go to where they think they should be, which is competing for division championships, Will Benson has all the talent in the world. He's big, he's strong, he hits for power, he can run. Oh.
That is ball 4 to go. No, they're checking Mark Wagner, third base umpire and crew chief, and it's a leadoff walk. Second time Benson has walked.
Don, I don't know if you noticed this or not. We mentioned the Brewers and their development of catchers. Well, before the pitch, watch what William Contreras does. Oop. Come in, Joey Ortiz, come in. Just make him think that Benson might bunt. That's thinking about the whole game. He's thinking, man, I don't want to give up a leadoff easy single to a guy like Benson. Said they walk him. But that's just thinking. That's part of the development of a catcher. It's not just about catching and throwing. There's a million other things that have to go on.
You think that's why so many catchers become managers?
Yes, because you're the only one looking at the entire field the whole game. Everyone's looking at you. You get to see everything.
I don't feel like there's another position who's just concerned about the entire game as a catcher.
You have to be, because you're worried about yourself. You're worried about your pitchers first. You have to try and hit, so you got to play both sides, and you have to deal with the pitchers. Not like pitchers, they just pitch now with the DH. You're moving defense. You're bringing guys in for bunt. Sometimes you look up at outfielders and say, "Whoa, we're playing a guy way to pull, and we're pitching him away. Maybe we need to pitch him in." Things like that, because there were times when you're pitching against your defense. So as a catcher, you have to be aware of everything that's happening. And you're a psychologist with the pitchers. And then when you become a manager, you're a psychologist for everybody.
Especially today's manager.
Yes.
I feel like that position has changed a lot just in recent years. More so psychologist first and kind of X's and O's and strategy second. By that?
Yes. The biggest part. How do you communicate? If you're a manager, how do you communicate with your players? How do you get what the front office is selling you into the players' hands in a way they can use it on the field?
And understand it.
Understand it. They have to be able to use it. Anyone can give anybody information, but if they don't know what's happening, it doesn't matter.
Up the middle, Adames flips from the backhand and pulls Tarang off the bag. Benson will reach at second and Marte at first. It's going to be a base hit. Infield hit at that for Marte.
His second one. Second one to Adames. First one gets under his glove. This one he just can't make a play. Get out of the way, Bruce Dreckman.
Yeah, he kind of had to go around Bruce Dreckman.
A little bit.
First and second with nobody out. McMailey out of the 9 spot. Squaring and pulling it back to take ball 1.
Interesting. That is to avoid a double play. That is David Bell saying, Luke Mailey, I think you're a great catcher, but we don't want you to get into a double play. So we're going to bunt and try to get the guys over and then have the next guys drive them in.
And he gets it down. Montas will go to first, and the sacrifice is complete. So to third goes Benson, to second Marte. Got it down. It's definitely the plan. So second and third, one out, trying to get these runs. Spencer Steer will try to do just that. 2 from his leadoff spot in the order. He struck out swinging and bounced into a 5-4-3 DP. With Ellie De La Cruz hanging out on deck.
A lot of people at home are saying, why would you bunt there? You're down 3. The worst thing that can happen right there is Luke Maile hits into a double play. As a former guy that hit into a lot of double plays, it's a bad feeling. So now he bunts him over. He gives Steer and possibly Ellie De La Cruz. He's got 2 shots to drive in possibly 2 runs with the base hit.
And they just reminded you they have not scored a run in 18 innings, so trying to score a run of any kind right.
Just makes you feel better. Nick Martinez said, what a great clubhouse, how they all like each other. You know when they like each other even more?
They win?
When they're scoring runs and winning.
Breakfast is still cool, though. First time in every trip. There's a liner in the left field, a base hit. From third comes Benson. He'll score. Here comes Marte. Here comes the throw. He will be safe. 2 runs in for Cincinnati, and it's a 1-run game.
And that is why you bunt him there, Donnie. Nice throw. Left fielder, and a better slide by Marte. Inside, you see Ellie behind him telling him where to slide, which direction to slide in. He just beats the throw. It's a good throw by Chiriot.
Now that's one of those plays where that rule has changed so many things as far as a catcher being lined up like you normally would be there, kind of blocking the plate. Now you got that free lane that's got to be created. I mean, that makes a big difference, I would think.
Absolutely, because he could have just, William Contreras, before they changed the rules, could have just planted himself in front of home plate. We would have had a collision, but he's probably going to be out, too. One of them could be out for a while, but that's why they changed the rule. Because you don't want people to get injured, and you're trying to keep people on the field. But he could, look at Benson and De La Cruz telling him where to slide. That's a great shot. But yeah, normally the catcher would have moved over and been right there and had a shorter tag. He's probably out.
Now Ellie De La Cruz will try to tie this game with a runner at second. As he takes strike 1 on a 97-mile-an-hour fastball.
Remember when I said, why did they bunt? That's why. Because now Spencer Steer has 85 RBIs. Drove in 2 with 1 swing, and the Reds are right back in this game with one of their better hitters, one of their best hitters up with a chance to not only tie the game, but possibly give them a lead.
Oh, that's out.
Steer, by the way, was credited with a single, took second on the throw that was sent plateward. He does pick up 2 RBIs now. 85 on the year for the left fielder for the Reds. That's his walking lead off second base. Still just 1 out in the inning. The stadium has come alive with a couple of runs here for the Reds. And looking for more with Steer at second. Looking at him as Montas. On the ground to second base. It is picked by Terang, kind of off to the side. And he throws to first to get De La Cruz. On to third goes Steer with now 2 down in the inning.
This ball is hit hard by Ellie. Anytime you hit a 3-hopper to the second baseman and he has to back up, you know you smoked that ball. Terang's one of the better second basemen in all of baseball, and he has to take a step back because that ball is hit so hard.
2 down, Steer at third, and Friedel 1-4-2. That one is sent back to the pitcher, painfully so, and that will end the inning. Montas to first, but the Reds get on the board for the first time in 18 innings. It's 3-2 Milwaukee.
rushed. Google Cloud AI knows a ball going 440 feet with a 107-foot peak would be a homer by the river, but not by the pool. It wouldn't make a dent in the crown, but it would get lost in the forest, ding the Big Apple, soar past the slide, and even hop the train. Catch the game like never before with Google Cloud AI.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please.
I just wanted to remind you that Geico makes it easy to bundle your home and car insurance. In fact, it's so easy. It reminds me of a joke my mate told me. Now, a knuckleballer and a catcher walk into a bullpen, and the knuckleballer turns to the catcher. Get it? Wow, they really like that one.
It's easy to Geico, official partner of Major League Baseball.
Blocked from watching the big match? Save the day by using the Bank of America customized cash rewards card and choose to earn 3% cash back on online purchases, like live streaming.
This is it. This is where we find out.
Quick question. Student body math proficiency.
What?
What do we say? It's good, fair.
Get out of here, man.
Understood. Hey, excuse me. We get you real in-depth school info.
Ding dong.
Homes.com.
Lowe's knows when you need a new appliance, you want it at the right price. And right now, you can save big on the latest Whirlpool appliances, like the new Whirlpool range with Wipe Clean coating that makes it easy to focus more on the cooking and less on the mess. Shop Lowe's now for great Labor Day deals.
3-2, the Brewers are on top, but the Reds get two back. Thanks to a single by Spencer Steer. As Willie Adames leads it off here in the 6th inning. And a 3-run home run in the 3rd inning. And has made some history. Time for our sleeper pick, sponsored by a mattress firm. A single season 3-run home runs, that's 12 now, and he joins some pretty big names in that category. This is back up the middle into center field, a base hit for Adames to open up the 6th inning. So King Griffey Jr. the most in 1996, hit 13 3-run home runs. Incredible to have 12. Campanella, Martinez, and Sosa.
It's more than, he has more 3-run homers than 4 teams have.
That's amazing.
It's an amazing stat, by the way. And he also absolutely has demolished the Cincinnati Reds this year as he gets another hit. The Reds are just happy they kept him in the ballpark this time.
Board on a single to begin things here in the 6th inning. Perkins 0 for 2. He struck out looking and swinging so far, 0 for 2. To right center field, and this could be trouble. It's a gapper. One hops up and over the rule book double. And it'll be 2nd and 3rd with nobody out here in the 6th inning as the Brewers try to answer. Off the warning track and into the seats.
Nice swing by Blake Perkins. Little change up. That's up. That ball's up. Perkins smashes it into right center for a ground rule double, Don.
Ground rule book.
What? Yeah, because you always say rule book double.
I don't always say that. I mix it up. I sometimes say ground rule. But my normal partner says rule book double.
Why?
I don't know. I kind of find it annoying, but I found myself saying that. Apparently that's how it's written.
Okay.
In the book.
Oh, in the scorebook or
in the rule book? In the rule book.
Okay.
So I don't know if you've ever read the rule book. It's not great reading, to say the least. I don't enjoy it. I find it difficult.
You've actually read the rule book?
I've tried.
The whole thing?
I picked different parts. So.
Wow. Okay.
2nd and 3rd. And Hoskins, a little pop-up, right side, first baseman Dominic Smith will make the catch for the first out of the inning. It's bad reading. It's not easy. A lot of verbiage in there I don't understand.
It's much easier just to have someone tell you a rule.
Absolutely. Or watch some video. I'd rather watch video.
Yeah. You said you called it a rule book double.
Yeah, I did out loud on television.
I just not sure if I've ever heard that before. You also like disengagement.
Yeah, well, if a pitcher goes over to a different base, throws over, that's a disengagement. You get 2.
Yes.
You're not buying into that? You
No,
don't
I
want to
am.
call it a disengagement?
I don't know what else you can call it, but maybe it's just that you say it the way you say it makes me smile.
I'm glad I amuse you. Infield in all the way around.
This is a big at bat here for the Brewers and the Reds. They just gave up 2. They need to figure out a way to get those 2 runs right back. And if Mitchell can come through here with a knock, they'll get those runs right back, get their 3-run lead.
Very high. 3rd inning of relief here for Buchanan.
He's going to be out there. We said it. He's their bulk guy. He's going to be out there for a little bit. And he knew that coming into this game.
Three and 1. First base is open. Infield in all the way around for the Reds with only 1 out in the inning. And you have Joey Ortiz, number 9 man, waiting on deck here for Milwaukee. Chopped. De La Cruz going to first. Run will score. So in from third comes Adames, and the Brewers get another run, take a 4-2 lead. He took a look, but went to first base for the shore out.
I love this play. This is from the dugout. This is Pat Murphy telling Jason Lane, their third base coach, we're going on contact. This is not a read. This is as soon as the ball is hit, you are going, Willie Adames. Ball took a huge hop. He scored easy. Why? Because he anticipated it, and he was ready to go as soon as the ball was put in play. Watch Willie Adames. He knows he's going on contact. As soon as the ball is hit, he goes. Ellie looks at him, says, no chance. I'm going to go to first, and it's an RBI. Just great base running. Great job by Pat Murphy. A lot of times teams will say, hey, make the ball go through. Brewers right there said, no, contact. We're going. We need to get runs back after giving up the 2, and there's 1. So Pat Murphy, good call.
Adames scores the 4th Brewers run. A 2-run lead again, and here's a pop-up. Foul ground. Bailey coming back, but he will not have a play. First couple of rows in behind the netting.
How about Luke Maley from here, from Kentucky, across the way. Now he's playing for his hometown team.
He's got to love it.
It's got to be great, right?
Has to be.
Grew up a big Barry Larkin fan, big Griffey Jr. fan.
Edgewood, Kentucky, to be exact.
Oh, it's in.
But he went to high school at Covington, which is across the river right there. It's like right there.
That's where the airport is, right?
Yeah. That's why it's CVG.
Right.
You also read about airport codes.
No, I don't. I don't. FAA books or no, I don't. Probably easier reading though, I bet, than the rule book in baseball. 3 balls and a strike to Joey Ortiz with Perkins at third base. And he grounds it foul towards the end of the Brewers dugout. They're housed on the third base side. Here at Great American Ballpark. There they are. That's their house. Do you know what that means? The Reds are on the first base side.
Is that in the rule book?
Yeah, no. Actually, it is. Yeah, each team has to have a dugout. There's a pop-up left side. Marte and De La Cruz. That's those two come together. It'll be Marte who makes the catch. A run for the Brewers on top, 4-2.
Smile, you found it. The feeling of finding psoriasis can't filter out the real you. So go ahead, live unfiltered with the one and only Sotyktu, a once daily pill for moderate to severe plaque psoriasis and the chance at clear or almost clear skin. It's like the feeling of finding you're so ready for your close-up or finding you don't have to hide your skin, just your background. Once daily Sotyktu was proven better, getting more people clearer skin than the leading pill. Don't take if you're allergic to Sotyktu. Serious reactions can occur. Sotyktu can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB. Serious infections, cancers including lymphoma, muscle problems, and changes in certain labs have occurred. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, liver or kidney problems, high triglycerides, or had a vaccine or plan to. Sotyktu is a TYK2 inhibitor. TYK2 is part of the JAK family. It's not known if Sotyktu has the same risks as JAK inhibitors. Find what plaque psoriasis has been hiding. There's only one Sotyktu, so ask for it by name. So clearly you. Sotyktu.
You've got your Sunday obsession, and we got you. Now with Verizon, get NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube TV on us and get every out-of-market Sunday game. Plus $800 off Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6. Only on Verizon.
See you Sunday.
If you don't stain your deck, it's like the previous owner is still hanging around. So today, let's stain with Behr, the #1 rated stain, and make your deck yours. Behr, exclusively at the Home Depot.
Can Sugar Ray Leonard do everyday tasks wearing boxing gloves?
Happy birthday.
And now putting on his new ArchFit Skechers Slip-ins. You just step in and go with comfort that will knock you out. Try new ArchFit hands-free Skechers Slip-ins.
You can only get Wendy's new saucy nugs at Wendy's. So if anyone ever tries to tell you they have saucy nugs at home, you might want to see what else they're hiding, because that person lies. For a whole new way to nug, gotta be Wendy's.
4-2, the Brewers on top of this one as Adames able to get on base and then driven in. Gives the Brewers an additional run on top by 2. There's Ty France leads it off here. Montas back on the mound for Milwaukee as France gets his third look. And Frankie Montas slowed out to left and struck out looking.
Can Montas get him through the 6th? Third time through the order. Talked to Pat Murphy. He'd be thrilled if he got him 6 innings. That saves outs for their bullpen. Nobody's up in their bullpen right now. Doubleheader yesterday. Had to cover 18 innings.
Yeah, we talk a lot about the Reds pitching situation. The Brewers situation is pretty rough too because of all the work that they've had. 4 out of 5s, and that's tough when they start racking up. Getting some guys hot who don't get into games, but still having to warm up and get ready.
That counts a lot of times. If you talk to pitching coaches, you talk to pitchers. If you get up and don't get in the game, that counts. That counts as a throwing session.
Swing and a miss and a full count. Chase to Cutter.
It's a good little 3-1 pitch here by Frankie Montas. Just runs away from Ty France's bat. And that's the proper swing, 3-1. He's trying to do damage. He's trying to catch it out front, and that ball runs away from the barrel.
Dominic Smith waiting on deck for Cincinnati. Payoff pitch. And sharply hit but foul just outside the. Line at third. Wegner, the third base umpire, crew chief, right on the line there. Ahead of pitch from Montas.
Poor ball boy down there. Got a bad hop.
3-2 yet again to tie France. And that's ball 4, leadoff walk. Second straight inning, a leadoff walk allowed by Montas. Next Saturday, it's baseball night in America on Fox. It's an AL Central showdown as the Twins battle Bobby Witt Jr. and the Royals, or the White Sox take on Rafael Devers and the Red Sox. It all begins Saturday night at 7 Eastern on Fox. Check for the game in your area as we check out the AL Central standings right now. The Guardians on top by 2 over the Royals. The Twins are 3 back, and that's going to be a pretty good race this last month.
One of those teams is not like the others. Everyone's over 500. If you had 4 teams over 500 in the AL Central before the year, Don, be surprised, because most teams, you know, for years the AL Central is not good, not good. This year they got a chance to get 3 teams into the postseason.
Ground ball to first base and going to second out there. Throwback to first, a delay. And because of the delay, no chance to get Dominic Smith. But they do get the lead runner and tie France for out number 1.
It's a really good play here by Jake Bauers. Best thing he does here, he tacks it. Watch him go get it. And he had his mind made up being a left-handed thrower. He's already going that way. And I think Willie Adames had to do this over again. He probably wouldn't throw the ball back to first, especially after that little bobble. Frankie Montas is in the right spot. They still almost got Dom Smith.
1 out, 1 on. Ahmed Rosario coming up now next for Cincinnati. Rosario has struck out swinging, lined out to right, 0 for 2. Action in the pen. Aaron Ashby up in the pen, just got up. Another cutter. Same result.
Another good cutter. Got a couple of these swings from right-handed hitters.
High drive, deep left field. When it comes down, this game's going to be tied. 2-run shot for Ahmed Rosario. His 3rd of the year, and it's tied up 4-4.
Just showed a good cutter that he's thrown. That was not a good cutter. I love Contreras' reaction. Watch him behind the plate. As soon as this ball's hit, watch him just put his head down like, oh no. But we showed the good cutter, and that was the old cement mixer cutter that didn't do anything. Ahmed Rosario ties this game.
Now Will Benson with 1 out in the inning will take strike 1. Still shaking his head.
I think that if they didn't have the doubleheader yesterday and the Brewers' rotation was in a better spot, I don't know that Frankie Montas would have been out for this inning to pitch if all those factors weren't together.
He's pitched 91 of his outing. Still getting it up there at 97.
He is, but I think Pat Murphy, if he had a full rested bullpen, probably would have said, all right, 5 innings, we got a 2-run lead. Our bullpen's really good. Let's hand it over to them instead.
Benson strikes out, 2nd out of the inning. 4th strikeout of the night for Frankie Montas. Still upset about giving up that 2-run home run. Picks up Marte. Hey, look at that number jumping from 190 to 291. This is third time through, and that 2-run home run by Rosario ties the game. Ball 1 to Marte, who's 2 for 2, 2 infield hits. Looking in the shortstop direction. That gun, the hand came off the bat, one-handed. Leadoff walks in each of the last 2 innings. They both turned into runs. This one is tap foul. Breakdown per inning for Frankie Montas.
Third inning was a nice inning.
It was a double play inning.
Yes, it was. 9. Again, he gets him through 6. Yes, he'd like to have the lead, but Pat Murphy and the Brewers will take it.
High fly ball, deep center field. Perkins going back. Marte, that'll be caught. Blake Perkins climbs the wall, makes the catch, and robs Marte. What a catch by Perkins in center. This thing was out of here. Makes the grab above the 404. We're tied at 4.
I'm Carl Alberg, Chief of Police.
Murder in a Small Town, September 24th on Fox.
Welcome to Bank Bullying 101. Training our new bankers, it's a big deal. Confuse your clients. What's going on? What's going on? It makes us important. The hold button is your best friend. I got 10 customers on hold right now. Know your buzzwords. I toss liquidity around all the time. No clue what it means. Is it easy? No. It's my job.
At Wintrust, we take a different approach with a team of local banking experts ready to help. Wintrust, different approach, better results.
Transform your home with incredible savings during Steinhaffel's 5-day Labor Day event. Take an extra $100 off your purchase of $19.99 or more. Spend $29.99 or more, get a free Nespresso coffee and espresso machine. Don't miss out on our amazing bonus buys and closeout deals. And make your new rooms even more affordable with Steinhaffel's 36-month financing. It's Steinhaffel's 5-day Labor Day event. Shop in-store or online at steinhaffels.com.
Some lucky fan will win 4 Packers season tickets for 1 year, all because of Packers scratch games from the Wisconsin Lottery.
But who will it be?
This could be Debbie's year.
That looks like someone who could win up to $50,000 in instant cash prizes.
But don't count out Tim.
Maybe he'll win one of the MVP tailgate experiences.
Then there's Raymond.
Legend.
4 Packers season tickets for 1 year could be his.
Or yours.
Ticket prices range from $1 to $10, available at Wisconsin Lottery retailers.
Not every decision you make will be as good as getting a Volkswagen at the Savvy VW Summer Sales Event. 2024 Volkswagen models cost less to maintain than Honda. Get 1.9% APR financing or a $2,500 customer bonus on a new 2024 Tiguan.
Ted Perry, Mary Stoker Smith, Sunday on Fox 6 News at 10, because you matter.
4-4 the score as the Reds are able to get 2 in the bottom of the 6th inning and nearly got another one, but robbed on the play. Blake Perkins goes up and makes the catch to end the inning. It's a tie game now, and the top of the Brewers order, Bryce Terang. 0-4-3. He's grounded out, struck out, flied out.
Blake Perkins might not offensively be doing exactly what he probably wants to be or what the Brewers want out of him, but defensively, he's one of the top outfielders. He's got double digits outs above average out there, Donnie.
8th home run robbery for the Brewers this year, tied for the most in baseball with the Angels. 4th one by Perkins, which is the most in baseball. So he's been doing it. And he does it again here tonight in Cincinnati. Keep this a 4-4 game. Some loud contact that inning from Montas. 97 pitches now as this one is grounded just wide of the bag. Foul ball. So he did this on Tuesday as well. So get a chance to show you those last two by Perkins in center field.
Now, there's been a couple really good catches lately. Travis Jankowski, the one he made the other day for the Rangers, is one of the best ones I've ever seen. And I think Michael Harris tonight might have made a really good one too in center field in the Phillies-Braves game.
Chopped to second base. High hop for Rosario, who gets it there in a hurry. Had to because Turanga down the line very well, but he's out number one. Well, here's the one from Tuesday that Perkins robbed.
I like the one today better.
That's pretty good, though.
That was pretty good. This one's kind of more turning, contorted.
Yes.
It was almost a rule book home run.
Rob Tyro Estrada of a home run Tuesday. Brewers lost that game, by the way, 5-4, but he did save that from going out. See what happens tonight. Tied 4-4. Ball and a strike to Chourio.
Brian.
Singled in the first, doubled in the third, flied out to right in the fifth. In the air, down the right field line towards the tarp area, and a foul ball.
You have to love what Jackson Chourio has done. He was big leagues, signed a contract before he ever played one game in the major leagues. Signed a huge deal, got off to a slow start. And you forget, this guy's 20 years old. And here he is now, square in the middle of the National League Rookie of the Year race.
Good for the Brewers for locking him up.
100%, but is he going to win it? Probably not. But he's in it. He's in the race. His name will be mentioned.
Paul Skeens, of course, of the Pittsburgh Pirates. Jackson Merrill of the San Diego Padres. Two leaders, I would have to say, in that category.
You know what's amazing about that is Shota Imanaga, the way he started the season, everyone thought he might not only win Rookie of the Year, he might win Cy Young and everything else. And everyone's kind of forgot about him. He's still having a great year for the Cubs.
2 pitching, and that is ball 4. So a 1-out base on balls. And here's a look at their numbers of who we're talking about. We talked about all 4 of these guys.
Normally Shota Imanaga 11-3, 3.14. That would be right there. But then you have world-class Paul Skeens.
Now, my personal opinion on this is there should be 2 awards. I think there should be a pitching award and a position player's Rookie of the Year. We got to step aside here. We got a pitching change. David Bell's headed out there. Game tied at 4.
What are you doing? Oh, we did our home insurance ourselves, but don't feel protected.
So you're building your own American Family Insurance roofline?
Yeah, you know, life's better when you're protected under American Family's roof.
That's not how it works.
Dad, we'll go. It's gonna hit.
See, that's how it works.
For real protection, save up to 23% by bundling your home and auto with us.
Yo, can I kick it? Yes, you can. Can I kick it? Yes, you can.
Can I kick it?
¿Qué?
Can I play?
Can I kick it? Can I kick it?
Can I try?
당연하지.
Can I kick it? Yes, you can. Can I kick it? Yes, you can.
So, how long have you lived here?
Over 40 years.
And how are the restaurants around here? Are they good, bad, meh? What's the average household income? Is there a mall? I don't know, a hair salon? Where do you get your hair done?
You gonna move or what?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's a lovely neighborhood.
Marcy, we've got to go.
I'm coming.
We've got 17,000 more parks to visit.
You want to give me a hand?
We bring you the best neighborhood info.
Ding dong.
Homes.com.
It ain't my dad's razor, Dad.
Hey, watch it.
It's from Gillette Labs. This green bar releases trapped hairs from my face.
Game changer.
While the Flex Disc contours to it, so the 5 blades can get virtually every hair in one stroke for the ultimate Gillette shaving experience.
The best a man can get
is Gillette Labs.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of the Office of the Commissioner of Baseball and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without express written consent.
4-4 the score as Tony Santillan comes into the game now for the Cincinnati Reds. Pitcher number 4 of the night for the Reds, and immediately goes over to first base, and back is Churrillo.
First disengagement.
That was the first one. I keep track of those things.
Yes.
After the second one, if you go back over there again and don't get him, it's a balk. Did you know that?
I did.
Okay, cool. So you do know some of the rules. Bouncing in, good pick there by Maley to the backhand.
So Santillan, fastball slider. He's high octane. He's 97, 98. Slider's really become his out pitch.
Swing and a miss. A lot of Brewers fans are here and being heard from. Trying to drown him out of the Reds fans. As the Brewers bat here in the top of the 7th in a 4-4 ball game. There they are, the Brew City. Ball 2. Fastball around 97 miles an hour so far for Santillan. Takes over for Buchanan, who ended up going 3 1/3, 2 hits. He is responsible for Churrillo, who was at first base. Three and 1. Powers waits on deck. And that's ball 4. So that is not what David Bell wanted there. Santillan comes in, walks first batter that he faces. So first and second now with 1 away. Play Ball is baseball's global youth initiative to highlight the fun and accessible ways to play our great game. To learn more, including how to find a league near you, go to playball.org and follow at Playball on X, Facebook, and Instagram. Runners at first and second for the Brewers. 1 out of the inning for Jake Bauers. 0 for 3 in the game, striking out 3 times as he takes strike 1 to 97. Pretty much center cut.
See, that's what you want. You're 0 for 3 at 3 punchies. Gotta let that one eat right there. I'm sorry.
Brewers are 1 for 9 with runners in scoring position. As I recall, you pretty much swung at the first pitch every time you were up there anyway, didn't you?
Yeah, if they threw the rosin bag, I was swinging at it. When the umpire, sometimes when the pitcher would change balls, like throw it to the umpire, I'd try to swing at those too.
That's what I liked about calling your games. It was either over really fast or you got a hit, but it didn't last long usually.
I wasn't getting paid by the minute, that's for
no.
sure.
There's no clock then either, so the 1-1 is fouled back to the screen.
Jake Bauers wants to drive this run in here, but in the back of his mind, he's like, I don't look for it. Because we're only in the 7th, there's a chance he can come up again. So he is thinking contact, preferably one to the outfield where he can drive the run in.
Swing and a miss, strikeout number 4 instead. And out number 2 of the 7th inning.
This is a nasty slider right here. This ball just disappears. You see how far Bauers missed it by. The ball just started chasing at his back foot, and he swung right over the top of it.
2 down in the inning. Willie Adames now on the right side. It's on an error, hit a 3-run home run, single to center. Takes a look at it. Strike one, 98. Good downward plane at the knees.
Willie 3-run homer's up now.
Yeah, this is what he does. Table is set. He's also riding a 9-game hitting streak. Elevated at the 98. Got him to chase. 0-2. Ty Ken Griffey Jr. at 13. 3-run home runs in a single season. Did he go? No, he did not. Jeremy Rehak, first base umpire.
I didn't think this one was even that close.
No. 1-2 pitch to Adames. Bounced in again. Maile picks it again on the back end.
That's a good pick by Maile.
Rio at second base. Contreras at first. 2 outs. Brewers 7th inning in a tie game. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. The gas at 99. Little extra. Back-to-back Ks for Santillan. Works his way around 2 walks for Reds pitching. 7th inning stretch from Cincinnati. Tied at 4.
How do you sleep at night?
Oh, on a mattress from Mattress Firm. So I sleep.
It's Mattress Firm's best sale of the year, the Labor Day sale. This week only, get a queen mattress for just $89.99. Get matched at Mattress Firm. Sleep at night.
Hey, just pick what you wanna. Hey, gotta pick what you wanna. Hey, just pick what you wanna. Deja vu, gotta pick what you wanna. Hey, just pick what you wanna. Hey, gotta pick what you wanna. Hey, just pick what you wanna. Deja vu, gotta pick what you wanna.
Welcome to your Walmart.
The beard that doesn't itch.
Is you using King C Gillette on that thing?
King C Gillette?
Look, this Beard Trimmer Pro's got 40 length settings. And this beard oil, one of GQ's best beard conditioners for soft, no-itch facial hair.
The best a man can get
is King C Gillette.
From the brewers at Blue Moon, a beer that's crafted bright with tangerine peel and crafted light with only 95 calories. Blue Moon Light. Made brighter.
For a limited time, Subway just dropped the price of every footlong in the app to $6.99. Wait, Subway did what? $6.99 footlongs? Yep, says right here, $6.99 for any footlong. Get this deal in the Subway app now before it's too late.
Thanks. What'd you get? Oh, I got another double shot, double cream, double froth, double pump, double whip, double hot, double calf, double sweet. Hey, did you know that Discover doubles your cash back at the end of the first year?
You are cut off.
You earn, we match.
Debbie.
Unlimited cashback match.
Tonight's telecast is sponsored by Mattress Firm, the official sleep partner of MLB. Back in Cincinnati, Great American Ballpark. Brewers and Reds all tied up 4-4 as we enter the last of the 7th inning. Aaron Ashby checks into the game now for the Brewers.
This is one of Pat Murphy's kind of new toys. Aaron Ashby was a starter. He formed in AAA in Nashville. He's going to the bullpen, and since he's gone to the bullpen, it has been a nice move for him. 2 relief appearances, giving up nothing, but he looks good coming out of the bullpen. More strikes is what they need out of Mr. Ashby.
Haley leading it off and carving one foul off to the right out of play. inside out swing. Foul off to the right. 88 from Ashby. Missed all of 2023 with the left labrum tear. Third stint this year with the Brewers. Thought he had strike 3. Called the ball 1-2.
He did. He signed a nice little deal too. 5 years, I think $20 million, which is nice. Thought that was a curveball. Thought he snuck it in there.
Fouling it off himself, painfully so, is Maley. Walk it off.
You mentioned Ashby's 98. That's an uptick in velocity for him since going to the bullpen. Catchers don't get beat up enough, Don. They got to foul balls off their feet.
Roughed up as a starter in Nashville, 1-8 with an 8.68 ERA as a starter, where they made him head to the bullpen and try something else.
This has always been the thing for him, though. Walks. Too many walks, too many deep counts. And numbers right there bear out. He's better as a reliever, so get some return on your investment. Put him in the bullpen.
He's 0-2, now it's 3-2, and that is ball 4. Ends up losing him. So from 0-2 to ball 4 to begin things here at the bottom of the 7th inning. Flips the order over, and Spencer Steer coming up. It was his 2-run single in the 5th. Got the first 2 runs on the board for Cincinnati. So they come from behind to tie it up 4-4. Montas tonight, 6 innings, 97 pitches for the Brewers. 7 hits, 4 runs. He walked 3, struck out 4. Right on that inside edge.
Not where he wanted to throw it, but it worked out.
Up the middle into center field, a base hit for Steer. He was down on the count 0-2. Able to get that base hit that has runners at first and second for the Reds here in the 7th.
Just a bad mislocation. 0-2. Fastball pretty much down the middle. Steer just hits his hard up the middle for a base hit. Now the Reds are in business. Chance to take the lead.
2 on, nobody out. Ellie De La Cruz coming up. 0-for-3 in the game so far tonight. Popped out to third, flat out to center, grounded out to second. Now takes a look at ball 1. Curveball, that's on it from Ashby.
As great as Ellie De La Cruz has been this year, he's a switch hitter. Against left-handed pitching, he has struggled from the right side of the plate. Numbers are much more prolific from the left side than the right side.
Ball with 2 strikes to Ellie De La Cruz. That will drop in there for strike 3. It was the curveball again, and it's out number 1 of the 7th.
So here's how Ashby attacks him. First pitch changeup. Ellie spits on it. Then he goes nasty curve, breaking down. Sinker at 99, and then this backdoor curveball That's the one he wanted, Spencer Steer in Maley. Instead, he gets Deli De La Cruz for the first out.
Reds 1 for 7 with runners in scoring position as TJ Friedel will take a strike.
And he buckled.
Yeah, he did.
That was a big curveball. Or sorry, that was 99 from a left-hander. That's going to cause your knees to quiver a little bit.
On the ground, right side. Terang to second for one. On to first. It's close, and it's not in time. He beat it out. Jeremy Rehak, first base umpire, calling him safe. We'll see if we got a challenge coming from Pat Murphy. No challenge.
Yeah, he beats it. Tough ball to turn. Friedel can run a little bit. And that high hop, they do everything the Brewers can. Adames gets to show off his arm. Terang comes and gets it. That is close.
Wow. I don't know. They did not challenge. First and third. Curveball again. Been using a lot. This time to Ty France. Slide to left, struck out, and walked. France trying to give the Reds a lead. They've come from behind to tie it up 4-4. Inadvertent contact there. Tried to check his swing. Ends up grabbing the bat, fouling it off.
Why is velocity so important in baseball nowadays? Because you see that. You just don't have time to react. That's 97 in on his hands. He's trying to check his swing. Instead, he fouls it off. It's just so hard when you look up everybody coming out of the bullpen. 95, 96, 97, 98, 99. Just makes you make decisions quicker.
Late on the swing, and he struck him out. Second strikeout for Ashby wraps up the inning. We played 7 from Cincinnati, all tied at 4.
I have type 2 diabetes, but I manage it well. It's a little pill with a big story to tell. I take once daily Jardians at each day's start. As time went on, it was easy to see I'm lowering my A1C.
Jardians works 24/7 in your body to flush out some sugar. And for adults with type 2 diabetes and known heart disease, Jardians can lower the risk of cardiovascular death too.
Serious side effects may include ketoacidosis that may be fatal, dehydration that can lead to sudden worsening of kidney function, and genital yeast or urinary tract infections. A rare life-threatening bacterial infection in the skin of the perineum could occur. Stop Jardians and call your doctor right away if you have symptoms of this infection, ketoacidosis, or an allergic reaction. You may have increased risk for lower limb loss. Call your doctor right away if you have symptoms of infection in your legs or feet. Taking Jardians with a sulfonylurea or insulin may cause low blood sugar.
Jardians is really swell. The little pill with a big story to tell.
Why always the couch? Does he need to go to puppy school? Get his little puppy diploma. How much have I been spending on this little guy?
When your questions about life turn into questions about money, there's Erica, the virtual financial assistant to help you spend, save, and plan smarter. Only from Bank of America. What would you like the power to do?
Yo, those are nice. Hold on one second.
Candace, what's up? I think my daughter's going pro at basketball.
I'll take those.
Wait, you're at Dick's? Could you pick up an agility ladder for my daughter?
Yo, she's 3.
So what do you think's the next step?
Thank you. Yeah.
Should we work on the
Hey,
crossover
Patrick,
first
let
or
me
behind
call you
the
back.
back? She hung up.
Mother's CMX ceramic spray coating. Goes on lightning fast, wet or dry, for super hydrophobic, ultra durable protection. Mother's CMX ceramic spray coating. Give it that mother's love.
Wendy's has new saucy nugs. And if Wendy's found a way to make their nugs even better, anything is sauceable! For a whole new way to nug, gotta be Wendy's.
4-4 as we move to the 8th inning in Cincinnati. Blake Perkins to lead it off for Milwaukee, with Santillan back on the mound again for the Reds. Drops the bunt down. Santillan quickly barehands it, fires, throws it away. Heading to second base is Perkins after the errant throw. So Perkins ends up at second base to begin the 8th.
Not a great bunt. Not a great bunt by Perkins, but he makes the pitcher get off the mound. He barehands it, makes a nice play, and he just throws it away. And there's no worse feeling in a baseball field when you know that everyone knows you made that mistake.
So it's a base hit and an E1. He knew it right away. It left his hand. Perkins stands at second. Here's Rhys Hoskins. His walk tonight, flat out to the warning track in left and popped out to first base. Go-ahead run in scoring position now for Milwaukee here in the 8th. After it looked like the Reds were going to produce at least a run in the 7th inning. Could not score, though. Getting out of it was Aaron Ashby. Santillan got 2 outs in the 7th, comes back out for the 8th. Flips it foul off to the right out of play.
Don, this is where it's tough. If you're Rhys Hoskins, in your mind, you want to get Perkins over to third base with less than 2 outs, but that's also not the type of hitter he is. He's a hitter that looking to hit one out of the ballpark.
Saw Sam Ball warming in the pen for the Reds. A swing and a miss. Pitch was headed up and in. He struck him out. Third K for Santillan. 1 down in the inning. Unable to move that runner along.
High hitter here from Santillan. See a few off-speed pitches, 99 up in the eyes. It's tough to catch up to.
We'd like to welcome those of you who watched the Phillies defeat the Braves. Welcome to Cincinnati, where you get a tie game, 4-4. Don Orsillo and A.J. Pierzynski with you tonight from the Queen City. What has been a good ball game to this point. Garrett Mitchell batting with 1 out, and Blake Perkins at second base. Pickoff play at second, and he throws it into center field. No further advance, though, for Perkins. But almost the second throwing error of this inning for Santillan.
You're right. He's lucky he didn't get up and go to third. I played with the guy, Orlando Hudson. Remember the O-Dog?
The O-Dog.
So, remember Perkins bunted, and Santillan threw it away. And then he tries to pick him off, and O-Dog would have yelled at him, "You had your chance." Well, Santillan had a chance to get him the first time. He tried for it the second time. Almost did the same thing.
1-0 slashed at, sent foul. 22 pitches for Santillan. There's 1 out in the 8th. Looking towards the bottom of this Brewers order. Mitchell now, Ortiz next. Swing and a miss, elevated at 98.
Santillan's got a little hop on that fastball. The Brewers, they're chasing it up and out of the zone.
Fouls it off. Almost got his third base coach.
I think that nicked him.
Did he get him?
I think he nicked him. Now, Jason Lane is not going to act like this hurt, but this ball got him. He wouldn't even look at him.
Swing and a miss. 99 by him. Back-to-back Ks, 4-0 now for Santillan. 2 down in the 8th.
Just straight gas. Just throws it right by him. It's kind of been the formula for Santillan. Rear back, throw it right by the Brewers guys.
2 down in the 8th. Joey Ortiz now from the number 9 spot for Milwaukee has struck out, popped out twice. That one fouled off the home plate umpire. Clint Vondrak taking the brunt of that one, and like a direct hit.
That is a direct hit. And the umpires, they don't wear the hard hats. They just have the normal old soft caps. Checking in to make sure all his faculties are there.
Staggered him.
It did. Didn't knock him down, but he did stagger. They're always extra careful nowadays with the head.
Yep.
Head shots.
Several questions. Appears to be okay.
You ever had a concussion?
I have. Not in a long time, but yes.
What'd you fall off of?
I did not fall off anything. I hit my head on the boards. I was playing hockey as a kid.
In Worcester?
No. New Hampshire, close.
Scary.
How many do you think you had over the years? You played 19 seasons.
Honestly, people ask me this question all the time. I don't ever remember.
That could actually be an answer to a lot of questions as to why you are the way you currently are.
Like people ask me that, how many concussions did you have? And I never remember like getting hit and being dizzy or
like cloudy,
seeing stars. None of that stuff.
No.
No. But I remember like David Ross, who you know, and I've played with David Ross. He said he got one, and he could like see the lights, and he couldn't. It gave him headaches, and he had to lock himself like in his room for like a week in the dark.
Yeah.
Couldn't do anything.
You never had that. You would have remembered that, right?
I would think I would remember that.
I think so.
But they're scary.
I bet you had a bunch.
Remember Rizzo last year?
Yeah.
He missed a bunch of time. His numbers went way down, and they couldn't figure out why. And then they looked back, and he got run over by Tatis at first base.
So 2 down. Perkins at second base.
Oh.
And a fastball missing up at 98. Ortiz 0 for 3 from the number 9 spot in the order.
Oh.
Very close, but called a ball. Go ahead run in scoring position, and Blake Perkins at second base. Strike 2. Slider that time. Mixed one in for Santillan.
Santillan's throwing 98-99. That's how he's been getting a lot of these outs. And then 2-1 behind in the count. He just flips in a little slider to make the count 2-2.
Oh, that's out.
Full count now. Perkins got the second with nobody out. Proceeded to strike out Hoskins and Mitchell. Ortiz now, if we continue in this inning, Terang would be next. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. The fastball again. Strikes out 3 in a row, 5 in 2 innings. Tied at 4 from Cincinnati.
We love the new place.
Great space for watching games.
Nothing better than baseball.
There were a few concessions.
Get your hot dogs here! Hot dog! Hot dog!
Hot Churros!
At least Geico makes it easy to bundle our home and car insurance.
Popcorn! Cotton candy!
We already have food.
Oh, I'll take a cotton candy. You got any bubble gum?
For bundling made easy, get more with Geico.
My name's Jorge Gaviria, and this is my business, Hacienda. We bring heirloom corn products from Mexico to every kitchen. I chose my Spark Cash Plus card from Capital One because I earn unlimited 2% cash back on everything I buy. With no preset spending limit, my purchasing power adapts to meet my business needs. And I reinvest my 2% cash back to help grow our business with new products, like our tabletop masa mill. My Spark card helps me fulfill my mission of bringing masa to the masses. What's in your wallet?
If you don't stain your deck, it's like the previous owner is still hanging around. So today, let's stain with Behr, the #1 rated stain, and make your deck yours. Behr, exclusively at the Home Depot.
At Papa John's, get an extra large New York style one-topping pizza for only $10.99. It's a mouth-watering, stretched thinner, made bigger, more for your money, extra large New York style one-topping pizza for only $10.99. Better get you some Papa John's.
You know he's looking to steal second. Google Cloud AI knows that a 10-foot lead with a sprint speed of 28 feet per second means an 80% chance he swipes the bag.
There he goes again.
And when a team's mascot has wings, they just so happen to get 0.4 more steals per game.
The man can absolutely fly.
Yeah, he's flying. Catch the game like never before with Google Cloud AI.
Tonight's telecast is sponsored by Google Cloud, the official AI partner of MLB. Catch a game like never before with Google Cloud AI. Back in Cincinnati, tied at 4 as we roll into the bottom of the 8th.
What a great shot and what a great day. The weather we had today.
Very nice.
You're calling for rain. It was perfect today.
Santiago Espinal is going to pitch it for Dominic Smith. Back out there, Aaron Ashby. He worked the 7th, starts the 8th.
One of the advantages that Pat Murphy has with Ashby is he can go multiple innings. He's been a starter pretty much the entire year until the trade deadline, so he can give him multiple innings. He's built up.
This one is tight, late, tied at 4. Bryce Wilson up in the pen right now for the Brewers as Ashby starts this inning. Strike 2 to Espinal. Staying away from him. Center fielder Blake Perkins over towards right center. Ahmed Rosario waits on deck here for Cincinnati. A lot of green grass out there in left center field. Bit of a gap. Driven to left. But Cheerio's there to make the catch in left for out number 1. History in the making. Tom Brady makes his long-awaited debut in the Fox booth with Kevin Burkhardt, Aaron Andrews, and Tom Rinaldi for a can't-miss season opener as Dak Prescott and the Cowboys take on Deshaun Watson and the Browns next Sunday at 4 Eastern only on Fox. 1 out in the 8th, and Ahmed Rosario in on the right side. Fly ball right field. Garrett Mitchell in right field. 2 down. The pinch hitter here looks like Reese Hines going to pitch hit for Will Benson.
David Bell's pulling out all the stops here with Ashby out on the mound, the lefty. Running up his right-handed pinch hitters off the bench.
2 down here in the last of the 8th. In the air, down the right field line, headed towards the stands and into them. Now the Reds pen is also busy again. Justin Wilson up in the pen. Pitches now in relief for Ashby. Inning in 2/3 out of the pen after Frankie Montas went the first 6. Waves at that pitch. Curveball fooled him.
That was a good pitch by Ashby. Missed the pitch before with it. Came back to it right there. It's just a weak swing right there.
1-2 to the pitch hitter Hines. Almost hit it, straightened him up.
Trying to throw that one a little bit harder, I think, than what he was used to. It's like a little bit of an overthrow and a yank.
Fouled off and almost got the on-deck hitter.
I don't understand why would you stand there?
Well, they get a better look at the pitcher.
Yeah,
right?
But that's the one spot you can get hit. Right? Because a right-handed hitter is going to hit the ball usually to the right side of the field. You've got a lot of reaction time.
Taps it foul over to the Brewers dugout, third base way. Two balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs here in the 8th. Full count.
You're Ashby here. That's an interesting pitch because you obviously don't want to walk Hines, but your best pitch for control has been your curveball. So do you dare throw a 3-2 curveball?
Grounded foul. Just think a 2-seamer instead.
So does he go back after him with another one?
Swing and a miss, and he gets it by him at 98. So yes, he did. It's a 1-2-3 8th. We're going to the 9th, tied at 4 in Cincinnati. Coming up for the Brewers, the top of the order, Bryce Terang.
The UPS store is more than just a shipping store. We're the pack it, ship it, guarantee it store. We know running a small business takes a lot of grit and hustle. So we're the stress less store and the we've got your back store. Because when you trust us to pack it and ship it, we guarantee it, so it'll get into the hands of your customers safely. Which is why we're the Stand By Our Work Guaranteed store. Come into the UPS store today and be unstoppable.
Good morning, everybody.
Danny, what are you doing up there?
Watching the fresh morning prep. The sizzling bacon, the slicing of the tomatoes, the popping of the fresh lettuce. You know, my lease says I get free subs.
Freshly prepped every morning. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
Everyone is raving about A Quiet Place Day 1. It's thrilling, terrifying. It will make your heart pound out of your chest. A Quiet Place Day 1, rated PG-13, now streaming.
Sometimes Jonah wrestles with falling asleep, so he takes ZzzQuil, the world's #1 sleep aid brand, and wakes up feeling like himself. Get the rest to be your best with non-habit-forming ZzzQuil. Better days start with ZzzQuil nights.
Incredible, isn't it?
Yeah.
And with your home, auto, boat, and RV all bundled with Progressive, you're free to just enjoy this beautiful view.
Almost makes everything else fade away.
Are you done?
Almost.
So, how long have you lived here? And how are the restaurants around here? Are they good, bad, meh?
Marcy, we've got to go!
I'm sorry!
Got 17,000 more parks to visit. We bring you the best neighborhood info.
Ding dong!
Homes.com.
Thanks.
What'd you get?
Oh, I got another double shot, double cream, double froth, double pump, double whip, double hot, double calf, double sweet. Hey, did you know that Discover doubles your cash back at the end of the first year?
You are cut off.
You earn, we match.
Debbie.
Unlimited cashback match.
Jersey Mike's freshly slices it right in front of you. You can't fake that. You can fake my outfit. You can fake these haunches. You just can't fake a freshly sliced Jersey sub.
Made the authentic Jersey way since 1956. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
4-4 the score. We get a pinch hitter for Bryce Terang as Andrew Monasterio will pinch hit for Terang. He is showing bunt, drops it hard towards first base. Steer will apply the tag on the way by for out number 1. Bunted it too hard as it turned out to the new first baseman, Spencer Steer. New pitcher into the game is Justin Wilson.
Veteran, been around for a while. Nice numbers this year for him. A bunch of punch outs, not a lot of walks, but Justin Wilson has been doing this for a long time.
Here the changes. Rosario now in right field. Hines is in left field. With Steer at first, Espinal at second. With 1 out in the 9th inning. Cheerio. 2 hits in the game and a walk, a single and a double. And now the catcher, Bailey, headed out here to talk to Wilson. Wilson is pitcher number 5 used tonight by Cincinnati. For the first time ever with MLB Network and an at-bat subscription, stream the MLB Network 24/7 plus select out-of-market games. Visit MLB.com/at-bat for details. In their first strike, 96 on the fastball from Wilson. Also taking over for Santillan, who pitched great, inning and 2/3, had 5 strikeouts. Slashes at it, fouling it back to the screen.
He was going for the downs right there. He was trying to hit that one to Kentucky.
Williams and McGill both up in the pen.
Obviously, Williams, if it's a safe situation, the Brewers score, he'll be in. And McGill, if it's tie game, he will probably be in.
Fouled up to the top tank off to the right.
And McGill did a nice job for Devin Williams when he was down, when he was injured. McGill kind of stepped up, took over the closer role. So now the Brewers have a lot of late inning options with some closing experience.
Cheerio now with Contreras waiting on deck here for the Brewers in the 9th inning in a 4-4 ball game. Off the end of the bat, fouled off over by the Reds side of things.
Ball's a little bit off the plate, Donnie. That ball's about what? Wow. 8 inches off the plate away.
That's some coverage.
This is just a good at bat by a young kid. This is where you see the growth coming in a young player.
Fly ball deep right field. Cheerio will take it out of the yard to put the Brewers on top. 5-4 in the 9th inning. What an AB that was before he connects on his 17th of the year and puts his team on top. Oppo, no less.
Oppo Taco. What an at-bat. Let's talk about the at-bat before we talk about the home run. Just an absolutely great at-bat. Fell behind in the count, worked his way back, and then he gets this pitch. It's not a bad pitch. That ball is probably up out of the strike zone. Jackson Chourio. Wow. Do it.
Now Contreras, they'll look to obtain some insurance. Picked at third by Marte and fires to first base for the out. Second out of the ninth. Now we'll see Devin Williams coming on here in the bottom of the ninth inning. He is the only guy up now. No reason to have McGill up anymore, as the Brewers have taken the lead in the top of the ninth inning on the home run.
And Jake Bauers is up for his 5th time. He's got 4 punchies so far. And he's thinking, oh, great, now I get to face a lefty.
Struck out 5 times in a game August 13th at Miami. He was a member of the Yankees last season when he did it. It's a career high. Try to avoid that again tonight at all costs, as the count evens at 1-1. In there for strike 2. So it's 1 and 2. He's got to be thinking, here we go again.
Yes.
I saw Andrew Jones strike out 5 times one time.
In a 9-inning game?
Yes.
It's tough to do. You don't see it very often. That's
line and a base hit into right field. So that's got to feel good for Jake Bauers.
Jake Bauers says, take that, you jinx, Don Orsillo.
Yep. So a base hit here with 2 down in the inning. That'll bring up Willie Adames. Did what he does best. Hit a 3-run home run back in the 3rd inning. He's also got a single in this game. Scored twice. As the Brewers look to add on top now, 5-4 in the 9th. Runner goes at first. The pitch is a ball. The throw down there is going to be not in time. Stolen base for Jake Bauers, getting into scoring position with 2 down.
Jake Bauers gets a huge jump here off Justin Wilson. This is not on Luke Maile. This is on the pitcher. He goes first move, big jump. Maile makes it not a bad throw. That's kind of where catchers are taught to throw it now, up the first base line. We're going to have a review.
Yep, they're challenging.
Cincinnati is challenging the safe call at second base.
They got him on the hip pocket there before he touched second base. So we get another angle.
That is close.
That is close. It's tough to look at both places because they're so far apart.
You're right. You see the throw. See how the throw was up the first base, towards first base? Teams have now figured out that it's quicker if you actually throw it a little bit that way, because the tagger, the middle infielder, usually can catch it, and the ball has to travel a less distance and go straight down, and kind of like we saw Espinal do right here. No, it is so close.
Is there enough to overturn it? Can't totally tell if the hand is on yet. May not be there.
I think he's out from that angle.
Yeah.
But you can't tell. What we need is...
What do you need,
We need whatever New York has. Can we get all the New York angles, please?
I can't give you that.
But can we just get communication?
That I would like. But I feel like the umpires have come a long way with doing this even. I mean, we begged for this for years.
True.
For explanations. We were getting nothing for a while. So, I mean, they're already doing quite a bit.
I can explain this one to you. I don't need them to explain this. They're challenging the safer out call to stolen
second base, right. I think part of the problem is you've had somewhere around 11 concussions by Mike.
Just tonight?
You didn't even know you got. It's taking a long time. Again, it's got to be
After
conclusive.
review, the call field stands. The runner is safe. Cincinnati will lose their challenge.
Guess they couldn't see enough. They lose the challenge.
All of our angles that we had, we showed a few. We couldn't tell.
Nope.
Unless New York has different angles that we don't get. That was tough.
Runner at second now with 2 down in scoring position. Pickoff playing second, and he fires it into center field. So now Bowers will take third base, compounding the mistake. E1.
Second time we've seen the Reds try this play. Second time they've thrown it into center field. With 2 outs, just get the hitter. Now you bring so many more things into play. Wild pitches, errors can lead to a run.
Second throwing error of the night for Reds pitchers. Third error of the game for Cincinnati. Fouls it back. Pretty good rip.
The Brewers lead the world in 2-out runs, so this is just where they want it. They want 2 outs, drive in a run. They have one of their best hitters and runners in scoring position up in Adames.
Hitter's timeout here taken by Adames as he backs out. With a full count, battling here with 2 down. And that's ball 4. He loses him. So the first walk allowed by Justin Wilson. And it's now first and third with 2 down.
It's a little breather meeting here.
Eric Johnson, the pitching coach, headed out there for Cincinnati. 20 pitches in the inning for Justin Wilson. Gave up the home run. Cheerio that has given the Brewers a lead. Emily Perkins coming up, and of course he robbed the Reds of what would have been a go-ahead home run at the time. Right up over the 404 to bring it back.
That's pretty cool how he played the angles right there. He catches it and he goes from the padded wall to the next padded wall. Frankie Montas certainly liked it.
Noel V. Marte, not so much.
No.
9 defensive runs saved, 9th in Major League Baseball. 10 outs above average. And again, he has robbed 4 home runs this year, just like that. That's here with 2 outs, first and third for Milwaukee on top 5-4.
Interested here to see if Adames maybe tries and runs. Saw Jake Bowers take off and steal second. Pat Murphy pushed the envelope, be the aggressor. It's one of the things Milwaukee does really well. Try to get 2 guys in scoring position.
Perkins hits one in the air to left field. Hines waiting for it to come down. It does, and he makes the catch. It ends the inning. Torrio with the home run gives the Brewers a 5-4 lead as we go to the bottom of the ninth in Cincinnati.
What are you doing?
Too far, man. How do you sleep at night?
On a mattress from Mattress Firm. A sleep expert matches you at once on your and your budget. So I sleep.
Get matched at Mattress Firm. Sleep at night.
Why always the couch? Does he need to go to puppy school? Get his little puppy diploma. How much have I been spending on this little guy?
When your questions about life turn into questions about money, there's Erica, the virtual financial assistant to help you spend, save, and plan smarter. Only from Bank of America. What would you like the power to do?
And Doug.
Limu, someone needs to customize and save hundreds on car insurance with Liberty Mutual. Let's fly. Chief.
Doug.
Oh, wow. I thought you were right behind me. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Man, I've seen things you wouldn't believe. But this I have not seen. You know, nothing phases me, man. Nothing. But these guys got me phased. Now, this game found another gear. Think you've seen this before? Keep watching.
Five to 4, Brewers have the lead. Well, one of the differences in this game has been the base running. Good for the Brewers, not so good for the Reds. They had runners here at first and third, and this turns into a double play, but stuck at third base is Marte. He did not go for whatever reason. On the other side, Adames on a contact play breaks right away and scores a run for the Brewers.
Yeah,
Not sure what happened there.
I don't know what Marte was thinking. In that situation, you go. You don't want him to turn two. You get into a rundown, you try to get to second and third. And then a great base running by Willie Adames on contact. Ellie De La Cruz, the high hopper, he has to go to first. And right now, those runs are the difference in the game.
Devin Williams is going to be the new pitcher here, the closer for the Brewers, and he has asked for the mound to be worked on here before he takes over. The grounds crew out there pounding away to that hole in front of the rubber. Dealing with now after they have flattened it out for him. But I don't displeased with that either. We'll see. Here is the playoff picture right now. The NL wildcard scenario. The Diamondbacks and Padres holding the first two spots. The Braves the third. You get the Mets and the Cubs sitting there with the Mets 2 back and the Cubs 4 back. And the Cubs playing some pretty good baseball right now at the end.
Cubs are hot right now. They're making a run. A lot of people kind of buried them. Here they come. Kind of what we expected the whole year out of the Cubs. Though the division is locked up for the Brewers. 9.5 games. They win tonight. It goes back to 10 games with about 30 games remaining. That's a lot to make up.
So the numbers for Devin Williams. 7 saves and 8 opportunities. Right-hander trying to grab a save right here. 1-run lead going to the bottom of the 9th inning. There's 12 no-hit innings with 24 strikeouts against the Reds dating back to late September of 2022. He's had their number. Last time he gave up a hit to the Reds was back on September 11th of 22.
Last time he gave up a hit.
Yeah.
Not a run, just a hit.
No, a hit.
It's a nice run. I wonder he wanted the mound fixed. He's kind of owned the Reds.
Melvin Marte to lead it off. He was robbed by Blake Perkins back in the 6th inning. So Tyler Stevenson has come out on deck. Swing and a miss, chasing a changeup.
And that is Devin Williams' pitch, the changeup. What do they call it? The airbender? It has got filthy, filthy movement. He turns this thing over and it just goes right turn.
Two and two. Yeah, Tyler Stevenson has come out on deck. He would pinch hit for Luke Maile. Swing and a miss, and he strikes out Marte for the first out of the 9th inning.
After you see that nasty changeup and then he rushes 95 plus upstairs, it is just hard to lay off.
Tyler Stevenson comes off the bench. 0 for 4 so far in the series. Strike one. Maile had been on twice, a single and a walk. Also laid down a sacrifice bunt. Inside out swing and a foul off to the right out of play. Devin Williams wants a new baseball, threw that one out of play. Stevenson down 0-2. Aaron Ashby ends up going 2 innings after Frankie Montas went the first 6. Montas giving up the 4 runs that the Reds have in this game. Ashby 2 shutout innings. Fouls it back, stays alive.
Crazy stat they have up here on the board. Pinch hitting is one of the hardest things in all of sports to do, if not the hardest. Tyler Stevenson has 6 career pinch hit homers. That's right, including 2 already this year. That's a lot of pinch hit homers.
Hoping for one here that would tie the game. Not close. Change up again, but it took off on him a different direction this time.
Tries to turn that one over, and unfortunately he yanks it. It's one of the things when you're really a 2-pitch guy like Devin Williams. You can't get him to chase. It's hard. It can be hard to put guys away sometimes.
Top of the order, Spencer Steer waits on deck for Cincinnati. 1 out in the inning. Not close. Fastball up and away. So 0-2. It's 3-2 now. As Pat Murphy looks on. That is ball 4 and a 1-out walk. Having trouble throwing the fastball for strikes.
He is. Again, when you're a 2-pitch guy like Devin Williams is, he's fastball changeup only. That's a ball. That's a really good pitch, but it is a ball. And you have to get somebody to chase, and you have a hard time when you don't have a breaking ball, especially right on right. The last thing he wants to do is hang a changeup into a right-handed hitter here at Great American Ballpark. The ball flies. So he's got to be so careful with it, which leads to him yanking the ball like we saw the one with almost is in the left-handed batter's box, because he doesn't have a pitch going away from a right-handed hitter. He's got to try and be so careful. Or can he get him to chase the fastball? Remember, Stevenson was down 0-2 and worked the walk because, again, no breaking ball, nothing he can get him to chase.
Spencer Steer, a 2-hit night, both singles. Did he go? No, he did not. Jeremy Rehak, first base umpire. Ball and a strike. Pitches already for Devin Williams. And a strikeout and a walk, and now 1-1. Popped up, foul ground. Contreras coming back, won't have a play. Out ahead.
See, that's the change. That's where he doesn't have a breaking ball. So that's where you can get hurt if you're Devin Williams, especially against these righties. If he moves that ball over 6 inches to the center of the plate, that ball is smoked by Steer.
Dangerous way to live.
He's been doing it for a while. He's pretty good at it.
Former Rookie of the Year. Ready with a 1-2 pitch. That will drop in for strike 3. The changeup. And it's out number 2 of the 9th inning. And Steer's going to say some stuff to Clint Von Drack on the way by.
This is the changeup. I don't think this ball ever comes back. Nice job by Contreras to steal it, but Steer's going to go back and look at his iPad and say, that's not a strike.
It's out number 2 of the 9th. Ellie De La Cruz. Tying run at first base. Strike 1. Starts him with the changeup.
See, if it gets a lefty, that's effective, because that ball's diving away from left-handed hitters. So Ellie's thinking, I'm going to go bridge here, try to win this game, walk it off. The ball starts as a strike and just falls off the table.
So far, no fastball.
I'd be shocked if he saw a fastball for a strike. It's either going to be up out of the zone where you can get Ellie to chase. He'll chase up out of the zone, or it's going to be a changeup like the first 2 pitches.
There's the fastball, but it was way up. Ball 3. Another fastball.
See, I can't imagine throwing a fastball here. Game's on the line. The Reds' best hitter. This has almost got to be a changeup.
It gets to the backstop on ball 4. 2 walks in the inning for Williams. Tying run into scoring position now for the Reds. And it brings up TJ Friedel. A walk-off 2-run single. Give the Reds a 10-9 win Thursday against the Oakland A's. Can he do it again? Took the pitching coach to the mound right now to talk to Devin Williams. Reds tonight 1 for 9 with runners in scoring position. It's been a factor.
Devin Williams wanted no part of Ellie De La Cruz right there. He got him a chase one early, and then after that he threw him 4 pitches that really weren't that close. That was the old, I'm going to take my chances with Friedel on deck, I feel like.
First and second, 2 down. TJ Friedel. Tonight's game is single to left field, grounded to short, grounded back to the mound, and grounded into a fielder's choice. A 1 for 4 night for the Reds center fielder. Strike one, not sure it was. He started him with the changeup.
He did. That's his go-to pitch, especially against lefties. Generous call again. William Contreras steals another one.
Strike 2. Fastball by him.
As a hitter against Devin Williams, all you're thinking in your mind is, I don't want to look silly against the changeup. So that makes that 95 look a lot harder than what it is.
Tying run, scoring position. Stevenson at second. De La Cruz at first, 2 down in the Reds' 9th inning. One and 2. Hits him. Changeup hits him to load the bases. So you had 2 walks and a hit batsman to load the bases in the 9th inning.
Ow.
It's up to Ty France now.
Speaking of a guy who gets hit by a lot of pitches, Ty France holds records for getting hit by pitches.
0 for 3 with a walk in tonight's game. Strike 1. Started him with a gas. Now they got to get somebody up. McGill, who had been up earlier, back up again. France carves it foul off to the right, and it's 0-2. You see nothing but fastballs so far.
I think that's got to be the way he attacks Ty France. You got to attack him up, right? You got to throw a fastball away. Throw a changeup. He's got to miss down and away. Cannot miss over the plate for a strike. Oh, it's out.
Outside with a fastball. On the ground foul. It hangs here at 1 and 2.
See, that's the changeup, Don. That's the changeup you don't want to throw right there. High enough and caught enough of the plate where France can still get it. At least foul it off. Now, if he can throw that and start it away and bring it back, he'd get France probably not to swing at it. But he has not been able to show that he can do that tonight.
On the ground, diving at first is Bowers. He'll get to the bag, and the Brewers hold on to win. Unbelievable play at first base by Bowers. Saves the game, gets the win for the Milwaukee Brewers. That gets by him, and that might have been a walk-off.
Oh, that would have been a walk-off. Ellie De La Cruz is scoring that ball easily. That was a great play by Mr. Bowers. Going to his right, or to his left, excuse me. Diving, full extension. When that ball was hit, I thought it was down the right field line. This Brewers, one thing the Brewers can do, they can play defense.
Wow.
And this is a great play to end the game.
Gets up, takes it himself to the bag. Ty France and the Reds frustrated as the Milwaukee Brewers win it 5-4. Reds with a great run there at the end, trying to get the victory. Not tonight, as the Brewers win it 5-4. We'll be back to Cincinnati with more right after these messages.
The Twins battle Bobby Witt Jr. and the Royals, or White Sox, Red Sox. It's baseball night in America on Fox.
Hurry into the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event, but act fast. The hottest deals of the summer won't last. Get in and get away now. Lease the Tucson for $229 a month, or get 1.99% APR for 60 months. Hurry into the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
We would never hit 12 drunk. Clutch it up drunk? Not a chance. Do a stoppie drunk? We would never drift drunk. So you should never drive drunk. Drive sober or get pulled over.
I was robbed. They tried to run me over with a getaway car. He almost killed me right over here. He was laughing as he fractured my skull.
Amanda's attacker was an illegal immigrant drug dealer, arrested twice before, but released by San Francisco DA Kamala Harris.
If Kamala Harris hadn't let him out, this never would have happened to me.
Kamala put violent illegals, convicted felons, back on the streets.
Kamala just doesn't care about protecting people like me.
Make America Great Again Inc. is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Hurry into the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event, but act fast. The hottest deals of the summer won't last. Get in and get away now. Lease the Elantra for $159 a month, or get 1.99% APR for 60 months. Hurry into the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Weather is always changing. That's why the Fox 6 weather experts are always ready
to bring you the most accurate forecasts.
Powered by technology you won't find anywhere else.
Keeping you safe anytime, any place.
Because you matter.
They found the body. Imagine you're looking at a painting. What's missing?
He is an artist.
Big picture first, then details.
Folks are on edge, boss.
Be careful.
The steely gaze and the cryptic silence. You're very good at that.
I'm Carl Alberg, Chief of Police.
This is an election year unlike any other.
America is ready.
And so are we.
Democracy 24. Your freedom, your vote.
I have an army to build, a school to take over, and girls to blackmail.
And who are you?
He's Chuck Bass. How can anyone not love New York?
You're no one until you're talked about.
Gossip Girl, XOXO.
The tradition, the atmosphere, the pageantry, and the passion. It's Big Noon Saturday.
When Ewers in Texas, head to the legendary Big House. Watch out! It's Big Noon Saturday on Fox.
Next week, the game of the year is on Big Noon Saturday as a 5-4 Brewers win here tonight against the Reds. Ashby the winner, the loss to Wilson, the save for Williams. Next week, that's when it's coming. It's the game of the year, and it's on Big Noon Saturday. 4th-ranked Texas clash with 9th-ranked Michigan in the Big House. Start your Saturday at 9 a.m. Eastern with Big Noon kickoff live from Ann Arbor. Then it's Texas-Michigan at noon on Fox. 5-4, the Milwaukee Brewers are victors here tonight against the Cincinnati Reds. 3 hours and 17 minutes in front of 27,881. For A.J. Pierzynski and our entire crew, this is Don Orsillo saying so long from Cincinnati.